Dr. Delay is alive, baseball is here. Oh! Hot dogs, lights, and fans that cheer. Yankees swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights. Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high. Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more. White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd. Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride. A's still swing, Angels shine, baseball hearts on the line. Under the stadium lights, whoa, fastballs fly through summer nights. Crowds go wild, that sound ignites. Dr. Delay is alive, the game feels right. Braves bring heat, Mets go long, Philly fights with a victory song. Nationals reload, Marlins dive, it's MLB, we're all alive. Cubs in Wrigley cheer so loud, Cards and Reds draw every crowd. Brew Crew swinging, Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold. Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time. Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike will meet them there. Under the stadium lights, fastballs fly through summer nights. Home run steals and extra fights. Dr. Delay is live, it's baseball nights. From Three Rivers to PNC nights, Pittsburgh power in the city lights. Dr. Delay calling every play, black and gold till the final day. Let's go, Bucks! Woo! Dr. Delay is alive, baseball is here. Oh! Hot dogs, lights, and fans that cheer. Yankees swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights. Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high. Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more. White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd. Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride. A's still swing, Angels shine, baseball hearts on the line. Under the stadium lights, whoa, fastballs fly through summer nights. Crowds go wild, that sound ignites. Dr. Delay is alive, the game feels right. Braves bring heat, Mets go long, Philly fights with a victory song. Nationals reload, Marlins dive, it's MLB, we're all alive. Cubs in Wrigley cheer so loud, Cards and Reds draw every crowd. Brew Crew swinging, Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold. Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time. Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike will meet them there. Under the stadium lights, fastballs fly through summer nights. Home run steals and extra fights. Dr. Delay is live, it's baseball nights. From Three Rivers to PNC nights, Pittsburgh power in the city lights. Dr. Delay calling every play, black and gold till the final day. Let's go, Bucks! Woo! Dr. Delay is alive, baseball is here. Oh! Hot dogs, lights, and fans that cheer. Yankees swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights. Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high. Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more. swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights, Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high, Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more, White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd, Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride, A's still swing, Angels shine, baseball hearts on the line, under the stadium lights, whoa, fastballs fly through summer nights, crowds go wild, that sound ignites, Dr. Delay is alive, the game feels right, Braves bring heat, Mets go long, Philly fights with a victory song, Nationals reload, Marlins dive, it's MLB, we're all alive, Cubs in Wrigley cheer so loud, Cards and Reds draw every crowd, Brew Crew swinging, Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold, Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time, Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike, we'll meet them there, under the stadium lights, fastballs fly through summer nights, home run steals and extra fights, Dr. Delay is live, it's baseball nights, from Three Rivers to PNC nights, Pittsburgh power in the city lights, Dr. Delay calling every play, black and gold till the final day, let's go Bucks, Dr. Delay is alive, baseball is here. Oh, hot dogs, lights, and fans that cheer. Yankees swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights, Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high, Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more, White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd, Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride, A's still swing, Angels shine, baseball hearts on the line, under the stadium lights, whoa, fastballs fly through summer nights, crowds go wild, that sound ignites, Dr. Delay is alive, the game feels right, Braves bring heat, Mets go long, Philly fights with a victory song, Nationals reload, Marlins dive, it's MLB, we're all alive, Cubs in Wrigley cheer so loud, Cards and Reds draw every crowd, Brew Crew swinging, Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold, Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time, Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike, we'll meet them there, under the stadium lights, fastballs fly through summer nights, home run steals and extra fights, Dr. Delay is live, it's baseball nights, from Three Rivers to PNC nights, Pittsburgh power in the city lights, Dr. Delay calling every play, black and gold till the final day, let's go Bucks, Dr. Delay is alive, baseball is here. Oh, hot dogs, lights, and fans that cheer. Yankees swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights, Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high, Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more, White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd, Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride. swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights, Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high, Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more, White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd, Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride, A's still swing, Angels shine, baseball hearts on the line, under the stadium lights, whoa, fastballs fly through summer nights, crowds go wild, that sound ignites, Dr. Delay is alive, the game feels right, Braves bring heat, Mets go long, Philly fights with a victory song, Nationals reload, Marlins dive, it's MLB, we're all alive, Cubs in Wrigley cheer so loud, Cards and Reds draw every crowd, Brew Crew swinging, Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold, Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time, Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike, we'll meet them there, under the stadium lights, fastballs fly through summer nights, home run steals and extra fights, Dr. Delay is live, it's baseball nights, from Three Rivers to PNC nights, Pittsburgh power in the city lights, Dr. Delay calling every play, black and gold till the final day, let's go Bucks! Dr. Delay is alive, baseball is here. Hot dogs, lights, and fans that cheer. Yankees swing big, Red Sox fight, Orioles fly on Camden nights, Rays light up that Florida sky, Blue Jays soaring so dang high, Indians grind, the Tigers roar, Twins keep hitting, wanting more, White Sox flash, Royals play proud, Dr. Delay is calling every crowd, Astros climb, the Rangers ride, Mariners crash with ocean pride, A's still swing, Angels shine, baseball hearts on the line, under the stadium lights, whoa, fastballs fly through summer nights, crowds go wild, that sound ignites, Dr. Delay is alive, the game feels right, Braves bring heat, Mets go long, Philly fights with a victory song, Nationals reload, Marlins dive, it's MLB, we're all alive, Cubs in Wrigley cheer so loud, Cards and Reds draw every crowd, Brew Crew swinging, Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold, Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time, Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike, we'll meet them there, under the stadium lights, fastballs fly through summer nights, home run steals and extra fights, Dr. Delay is live, it's baseball nights, from Three Rivers to PNC nights, Pittsburgh power in the city lights, Dr. Delay calling every play, black and gold till the final day, let's go Bucks!
How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and today, or tonight, I should say, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are 1-3, taking on the Cincinnati Reds, who are 3-1. Of course, the Reds defeated the Pirates yesterday 2-0. Both runs were scored in the fourth inning. Pirates bats continue to struggle. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, tonight is a good one. I think it can be, but we'll see. The Pirates bats got to wake up. Of course, Chandler's going to have to pitch well. Chandler's going to be your starting pitcher, but more on him a little bit later. Starting pitcher for the Reds is Brandon Williamson. Missed all of last year with a Tommy John surgery. Did pitch a little bit in the spring and had a 1.65 ERA. His career record 5-5, 4.39 ERA with a 1.26 WHIP. So not too shabby. Pirates will again. We'll see how he introduces himself back into Major League Baseball. As I'll go ahead and do the 3D again. You guys like the 3D? Most people do. So we're going to go with that. Starting lineups for the Pirates. Mangum's going to be in right, O'Hearn at first, Reynolds in left, Ozuna DHing, Lau at second, Gonzalez at short, Bart at catcher, Cruz in center, and York at third. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you, Russell, Michael, Ricky, CB, Roberts, Drago, Old Haas, appreciate you for tuning back in. Sean, appreciate you for tuning in. Daniel, thank you again. George, as always. Sean, again, thank you very much for tuning into this one. Let's see here. Shaman, appreciate you again. That song, I do like it as well. William, good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Matthew, again, thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. Stepping up to the plate is Jake Mangum as we are about ready for the first pitch. Apparently it didn't put it into 3D. That's a concern, as that's a swing and a miss, strike one. And looks like we're good. Okay, now you can see it. Hopefully you like it. Second pitch is going to be line down into center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So there we go. Jake Mangum getting on for the Pirates. That is a leadoff single. Didn't even get to go over his stats, but that is okay. Now coming to the plate is Ryan O'Hearn, batting .438, OPS of 1151, 1 homer and 3 RBIs on the season. Wearing the hoodie because I actually lowered the temp so I can wear the hoodie, I'm not even going to lie. In the house, yes. High electric bill for sure coming my way. Looks like Williamson going to step off for a bit. Maybe he's a little bit worried about Mangum. He's got some speed. It's Williamson looking back. Now there's some issues now with, I guess, the pitch comm, or I don't know. The catcher's actually going to have a little chat here with Williamson. Not sure what the mix-up is here to start this one. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. O'Neal Cruz, I need some production. We all do. Shoot feels a little bit better. That's great. Soft food. There we go. Again, appreciate you, Drago. It's going. It is going. Talk to the rain delays have a record week. I know. Who was carrying you? I actually don't know. I just see the scores really good. It's all about the final score, not about the individual. But yeah, no, he is. The rain delay is looking really good. Fantasy League folks, if you're unsure, 3D's not bad. Yeah, no, it's all right. All right, we're back in action. O'Hearn again at the plate as Mangum is at first. And a leadoff single for the Pirates. Here is the pitch, as that's going to be just a little bit high, but it's called a strike anyway. Strike one, 93 on the gun. 1 count to O'Hearn. Again, a lefty that actually does better against lefties. Isn't that interesting? That's just, I guess, the way it goes. As Williamson delivers, that's going to be outside, ball one. Looked like that was a sweeper. Italy, yes, I saw the news, CB. Italy's done. Again, they were playing at Bosnia. I was thinking that could be an upset, and it definitely happened. 1-1 count to O'Hearn. Here's the pitch, as that's going to be way inside. Ball two. Actually backed off O'Hearn a little bit off the plate. Back, and we'll be lurking just here. Oh, appreciate you, Marshall. Thank you very much. Hey, lurking is awesome, you know. That is all good. Now, most of my people, they actually do just have me on, as that's going to be in there, but I don't think it was called a strike. 3-1. But yeah, you know, people are working around the house or just doing other things they can leave the stream on. That's what's so great about it. Next basketball game is this Saturday. We got the Final Four. Here's the 3-1 as that's going to be sent to left, and that one is going foul. But yes, we'll have the Final Four this Saturday. Won't be able to do the Pirates and the Orioles. I'll be sure to post in my post section, the community area of YouTube, where you can find another content creator that will be streaming that game. He's an Orioles fan, as the Pirates will be playing the Orioles this weekend. 3-2 count. Williams delivers. That's going to be outside, ball 4. So the Pirates with a couple of base runners, but of course, as we've seen in the first 4 games, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll cross home plate. So Brian Reynolds going to be at the plate. Of course, not as powerful from the right side, but usually does connect with the ball a little bit more. So far this season, batting .167, OPS of .378, and he has an RBI as well. As Williamson looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Antonio Cruz back in center, yes. Ready for some MLB. Appreciate you, Antonio, for tuning in. Yeah, I saw Italy had a red card. 1-0 count here to Reynolds. Williamson looking back, kicks and fires. That's upstairs. 2-0. Here, not here. Rip your English. Oh, it's all good, man. I mean, I didn't even notice it, so I guess that's on me as well. Cool graphics. Never saw a catch. Yeah, I know. It's so wild. How's it going, Jacob? Appreciate you, man. Good to see you as always. 2-0 count here. Williamson looks back at second and delivers, as that's going to be sent to right, as that is caught by Marte for out number 1. Oh, the throw goes off of multiple Reds gloves, but it does find Hayes at third. That was very interesting. Could have been pretty interesting, but no, it was, I guess, not. But it was interesting to me. So fly out there for Reynolds as his struggles do continue. And that'll bring up Marcell Ozuna, who is batting .083 to begin the season, OPS of .297. And definitely not favorable numbers, especially when you compare him to one Andrew McCutchen down there, down here, actually, again in Texas. Again, Texas living here, Pennsylvania born. Turkey being Kosovo. Did not know that. As Williamson looks back and delivers. Breaking ball is going to be in there for a called strike. Can you please stream as many afternoon games? Yes, I'll do what I can. Tomorrow, of course, the Pirates play in the afternoon. Thursday, I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream at all, but we'll see. But again, starting next week, we'll have more and more double headers on the channel. Pirates games and then others, as that's going to be a wild pitch. Gets past the catcher. And that'll put runners, both of them now, in scoring position at second and third. And the Pirates, again, they need all. That was just a fastball that got away from them. That was at the feet of Ozuna. Can the Pirates capitalize? I hope so. Would be nice. 1-1 count as Williamson tries to settle down. Again, his first start since 2024. Here's the pitch. That's a big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fooled him with the changeup. I think the Pirates went away. I hope so. Almost draft night. It is. Gonna take a nap. All right. Good night, Matthew. Take care. 1-2 counts. As here's the pitch. That's going to be inside 2. In 2. Go USA. Oh, yeah. Czech Republic defeated Denmark. Oh, interesting. How's it going, DJ? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in. 2-2 counts. Williamson sets and fires. That's going to be low in the dirt. Ball 3. Ozuna doing a good job of laying off it. Got to run, but looking forward to a great spring. Oh, yeah, me too. Good to see you, Sean. Thank you for tuning in, as always. And, yes, we'll have some more doubleheaders starting next week. 3-2 counts. Williamson sets, rocks, and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 outs now for the Pirates again. First 2 men got on, no problem. And again, I feel like that's just how it's been. As that will bring up Brandon Lau Though, of course, he's had a great start to the year, batting .429, OPS of 1699, 3 homers, 4 RBIs. But he does struggle mightily against lefties. Here is the pitch, as that's going to be cut and fouled back. 0-1. When are we getting the Rogers news? I don't know. That guy needs to sign already. Paraguay, Australian, Turkey. Yep. 0-1 counts. Lau hit 191 against lefties last year. That is definitely a concern. Williamson sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He just looks so uncomfortable at the plate against a lefty. Strike 2. Oh. Jeez, yeah, he just looks so awkward. 0-2 counts. Williamson looking to get out of this. Probably will. How's it going, Bengals? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for coming back. Here's the 0-2. Check this swing. That is outside. 1-2. Again, runners on second and third here. 2 outs. Pirates' first couple of hitters got on no problem. But they may be stranded yet again. Here's the 1-2, as that's going to be sent, and that is going foul. Trevor Lawrence going to play with the Jags? Oh, wait, why would he not, DJ? Why would he not? Czech Republic puts them in Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. Ah, interesting. That is an interesting one. Do have emojis in the chat. 2 Pirates and 1 Red, of course. Here's the 1-2, as that's going to be outside 2-2. Reds fans wanted the call. That one was indeed off. How's it going, True Raider? Appreciate you for tuning back in. You are the man, of course. Not me. I'm just a man. 2-2 counts. Williamson sets. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. As the Pirates' struggles continue with men on, we head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 is your score. Of course. Well, that's just how it goes. Oh, yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for coming back. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's just unfortunate, you know. Swing and a miss. Yep. Playing, oh, yeah. Go Reds. Yep, Reds looking to pretty much win the series today. And win today would have them winning the series. Tomorrow would just be gravy to sweep the Pirates. Currently happening across MLB, Texas and Baltimore in the top of the second inning. Washington and Philadelphia 0-0. Actually, it's 0-0 everywhere. The White Sox and the Marlins 0-0. And, of course, Colorado, Toronto have not begun. Neither has the Athletics and the Braves. Let's see here. Boston will put them in Canada, Switzerland, and I guess it's Qatar. Well, I thought it was Qatar. They changed it, I swear. Used to be Iran, now it's Iran. All a bunch of stuff. Same old luck for the Pirates. Yep, Alec. Appreciate you for tuning in, Alec. Good to see you. Wednesday, April Fool's Day. Yep, I am a fool. Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and Sweden. Okay, interesting. Howdy. Holly, howdy. Howdy, Holly. Or howdy. How's it going? Good to see you. Again, appreciate you, Alec, for tuning in. How many wins do you see the Pirates getting this year? Well, I thought they'd be competing for a wild card spot. Still do, despite how they've started. It's only 4 games. I know a lot of Pirates fans want to throw in the towel, but, I mean, we're essentially maybe beginning the second quarter of the first game in the NFL season. That's literally the equivalent right now. As that's going to be in there for a called strike. TJ Friedel at the plates. Batting 118, OPS of 285. No homers, no RBIs. Bubba Chandler last year, 4.02 ERA, 4-1 record. As that's a swing and a miss, strike 2. The thing about that 4.02 ERA, he had a start. I actually went back and did the math and all that. So if you take out that Brewers start where he pitched 2 2/3 and allowed 9 runs, his ERA drops to a 1.6. He only pitched in 31 innings, but he was really dominant outside of that one Brewers game. So a lot to really like. with Bubba. He, I think, can be really solid. I think he can be a great number 2, of course, for Paul Skeens. As here's the 0-2. That's upstairs 1 and 2. They still haven't gotten a win yet. Really? I didn't even notice that. About time Pittsburgh has a good squad on the field. It'll be a long time coming. Yeah, we'll see. 1-2 counts as Chandler kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 100 on the gun. Bubba can just rip it. Matt McClain going to come to the plate here for Cincinnati, batting .286, OPS of .801. No homers and 1 RBI. Throws getting better. Yes, I feel a lot better today. Not doing the doubleheader, for a basketball game in a while has helped. As he misses upstairs 1-0. Let's see here. Hello from a hesitantly optimistic Reds fan. How's it going, Daniel? Appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, man. Reds got to the playoffs last year. So, I don't know. Definitely not sleeping on the Reds. Is that sent to right? But that is going foul. I smell okay. You smell correctly. Reds may get 90 wins again. They made the playoffs, you know. If the players just, again, take another step forward, why not? Why not Cincinnati? Why not? Chandler begins the windup, and here's the pitch. As that is way outside. 2-1. Pirates fans should definitely throw in the terrible towel. Unbelievable. Appreciate you in the running for tuning in. Jeez. Cleveland fan, by the way. Cleveland Browns. I guess are you Indians / Guardians? I guess for baseball as well. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be sent to right. You may have told me. I forgot, to be honest. That's got a scrappy team. They do. Pirates need this one. They do. They very much do, Ricky. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. 2-2 count here to Matt McClain. As there's one out already in the bottom of the first. Here is the 2-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts to be in this one. And that's going to bring up Eugenio. No. Where am I at? That's going to bring up Ellie De La Cruz. He's batting 200 OPS of 733, 1 homer, 1 RBI. Got to get the sound effects going. I don't have that. I'm not rich. I need to get a little soundboard though. That's something I do want to get. Maybe I can put some money to the side, and maybe maybe after the All-Star break, maybe before it, get like a sound effect thing. That'd be cool. I know Play-by-Play with JJ has one. It is really neat. That would be really cool to get a soundboard. 1-0 count to De La Cruz as Chandler kicks and deals, and Ellie sends this to right. On the run is Mancom at the warning. Oh, looks like Cruz going to call it off and make the catch at the warning track for allowed out number 3. Gave it a good ride. 0-0 as we head to the top of the second. Guardians just doesn't sound right. Yeah, I mean, I say Indians. Like, if I were to cover a Cleveland game, for baseball, I'm going to have it the Chief Wahoo logo. It's just the way it is. I don't have a problem with the Guardians as much as I do like the Commanders. I think it's because it sounds kind of similar to the Indians. Guardians, Indians, Guardians, Indians. Whereas it's Commanders, Redskins. Like, again, Commanders is just a terrible name anyway. Like, it's such a generic... It's terrible. But yeah, I definitely, I like the Guardians, but I grew up watching the Indians. Not watching the Indians, but that was always the team that existed, so. But yeah, that is where I stand on that. So nice to be here. I appreciate you, Drago. Again, I haven't seen if you posted anything like to get the to the song, so I do apologize, Drago. Let's see here. Electric. Speaking of Eugenio, I've got some good news for you. Heard during the Red Sox-Reds broadcast, the team is called him Gino. Oh, really? That's pretty good. So there you go. So I was right all along. Guardians fan. Gotcha. Long live the tribe. Oh, yeah. Thought Washington was going to change to the Warriors instead. I was... Ah, man. I remember the Red Tails were a thing. I would have been okay with that. Red Wolves. I don't know. I remember seeing some concept art for some uniforms. They would have looked really nice, but no, they definitely missed with the Commanders. Again, I like calling them the Commies. I think that's a pretty neat nickname for them. Anyway, Nick Gonzalez going to be at the plate, batting .278, OPS of .649, 3 RBIs on the season, as that's going to be a breaking ball low for ball 1. The afternoon of soccer, 5 goals being scored. There we go. That's a nice game. So it's going to be very good this season. We'll see. Here's the 1-0, as that's going to be hit, and that's going to get through in between second and short. And that's another leadoff single for the Pirates. We'll see if it actually matters in the end, as now I'm getting to be very pessimistic. Again, still believe in them, but, you know, it's hard not to roll your eyes when it's like, man, where was that, you know, a batter ago? It's just the way it is. Thanks for doing the play-by-play for us. It's blacked out here in Kentucky. Really? I guess that would make sense. Right there on the Ohio. Well, appreciate you for tuning in, as that's going to be inside ball 1. Again, I hate blackouts. I don't even know why they're a thing. They shouldn't exist in the year 2026. It's so stupid. It is really dumb. MLB. I could, again, go on a huge rant on what MLB can do to you know, get more revenue, get more people to watch their products. That's going to be inside 2-0 to Joey Bart, batting .333, OPS of .667. Young season. 2-0 to Bart. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, 3-0. Red Wolves and Red Tails would have been good names. Would have been better than Commanders for sure. For sure. Completely agree. 3-0. Williamson looks over at first and delivers. That's going to be high, ball 4. So pretty much the same start as the first. Greg Brown says identical. Pretty much, yeah, same thing. Well, that's a cooler word than the same. But anyway, yeah, man, come again in the first inning. Single, and then O'Hearn walked. Gonzalez single, Bart walked. Hopefully, it doesn't end the same with the next 3 batters, as O'Neal Cruz going to be at the plate here. Batting .143, OPS of .343, moving him down to the lineup. Again, he struggles mightily against lefties as well. As Williamson looks back at second, here's the pitch. Breaking ball low, as it's 1-0. Permani Bros never had it. I want to try it one day. Fries on sandwiches, I do that myself. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I put fries on my burgers. Really? Yeah, that's the only sandwich I put fries on. Is that's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Yeah, I need to do that. The Cincinnati Comedies. Okay, not the Cincinnati Commies, but I mean, I guess why not? 1-1 count. Williams looks back, or Williamson, pardon me. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2 to O'Neal Cruz. Is the constant crowd noise intentional? Yes. Yes, that is just to kind of get some, to kill the dead noise. It's easier to do this when it comes to baseball. Football, can't really do that. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be poked in the right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Marte is there to throw it to the plate, and that will hold Gonzalez at third. That was a really nice play by Marte. Nice throw. And again, Cruz playing very defensive, really just poking it out there. That was nice by O'Neal. Good play by the right fielder. Bases loaded, nobody outs. For the Pirates, that's going to bring up Nick York. Batting .200, OPS of .629 on this young season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. Ball, and Williamson clearly having some trouble. Again, his first MLB start since 2024. Missed all of last year with Tommy John. So definitely, I think, just a little bit nervous, having some trouble locating the zone. 1-0 here to York. as Williamson delivers. That is in there for a called strike. Brad pulling for the Reds. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Second verse, same as the first. Guess I'm not following there, DJ. 1-1 counts as Williamson delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. Guardians prefer, but many people say go try it. Yep, there you go. I think the new coach will fix the quarterback. Well, yeah, I mean, again, I hope so. But 1-2 counts as Williamson fires. That's going to be outside. 2-2. Congo versus Jamaica, 0-0. Come on, Jamaica, let's go. Still, again, yeah, Drago, you just have to, again, drop your email address. I have not seen a single notification on my YouTube. So, again, all you got to do is just let me know where to send that song, and I can make that happen. 2-2 counts. Williamson rocks and fires. That is outside. Ball 3. Bases loaded. The count is full. Nobody out for the Pirates. How will the Pirates come away with 0 runs? I guess just keep on listening. I hope I'm wrong. 3-2 count. Williamson delivers as York sends this to shallow center. On the run is McLean. And, oh, it's caught by Friedel. Makes the catch, throws to the plate. And Gonzalez is able to tag up. Oh, Nick Gonzalez again. Speedy Gonzalez. Able to come across anyway, despite it not really being sent far at all. I mean, that was shallow center. I mean, McLean could have made the play, but Friedel calling him off at the last second because, of course, he had the better opportunity to throw him out. Speedy Gonzalez, Nicky G. First run of the game for the Pirates, and that'll bring up Jake Mangum, who is 1 for 1. Now, actually, we have a little stoppage, a little delay here on Dr. Delay as Trevino, the catcher for the Reds, has, I guess, something wrong with his eye. Probably dirt got in his eye, yeah. Dirt got in his eye, just like Peter Parker threatening, was it Harry? Or was it the Venom? I can't remember. Can't remember how that went. Let's see the Cards at PNC starting second base. J.J. Weatherholt from Mars High School and played at West Virginia. Pretty cool. Yeah, he could be something. I know he's highly regarded. Young prospect there. Williamson sets, looks back at second. Here's the pitch as Mangum pops it up. And that is going to be in the infield fly in effect for out number 2. That will bring up Ryan O'Hearn, who walked in the first inning. Yesterday, by the way, went 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Your Dodgers play Cleveland tonight. I hate the name Guardians. They'll always be the Indians too. Yeah. Seen a Pirates game once there. Nice. Here is the pitch to O'Hearn. That's going to be outside, ball 1. See the Pirates game? Yeah. Indians of the Tribe. Yeah. Yes, sir. 1-0 counts as Williamson sets. Again, runners on first and second, 2 outs. Williamson looks back at second and delivers. That is outside, 2-0. Would be interesting to walk O'Hearn again, bring up Reynolds. And be kind of disrespectful to Reynolds, but he has just not produced to start the year. Again, he normally doesn't. He gets heated up in June. As here's the 2-0 swing and a miss. Strike 1. Fooled him on the, well, I guess it was a cutter. Looked like a breaking ball to me. Iraq Bolivia playoff match played at 11 p.m. Eastern. Oh, wow. I love the old Speedy Gonzalez cartoons. Yeah, those were nice. As that sent to left, and that is foul. So 2-2. From 2-0 to 2-2. Again, runners on first and second for the Pirates. Pirates looking for some more. Again, they had bases loaded. Obviously, got to be happy for some runs, but, you know, you had bases loaded. You expect at least 2. Williamson looks back and delivers as O'Hearn sends this to right center. On the run is Friedel. Friedel, it's gone! Clear the deck, cannonball coming! And the Pittsburgh Pirates lead 4-0. Oh, man. That was huge. 3 RBI homer, 3-run shots. Pirates lead 4-0. Oh, man. Ryan O'Hearn, again, a lefty that actually hits lefties better than righties. That is rare. Man, oh man. Brian Reynolds coming to the plate, 0 for 1 in this one. Williamson looks like he actually knew it immediately. That was close. Just went over the wall. Friedel was tracking it the whole way, sprinting in. Friedel. Pittsburgh native usually does well against the Pirates, but anyway, more on that later. But yeah, 4-0 Pittsburgh. Brian Reynolds again at the plate. As Williamson delivers, that's going to be in there for a cold strike at the knees. I run turkey time. Yeah, I don't know about that. The Killer Bees, those were fun. Here's the 0-1, as that's going to be low, 1-1 to Williamson again. First start since 2024, and definitely not on his best. Not at his best tonight. Here's the 1-1, breaking ball on the dirt, 2-1. Again, in the spring, 1.65 ERA, pitched 15 innings, so it's not like he pitched a few innings. No, 1.65 on 15. It's not too bad, but to begin the new season, maybe looking at an 18 ERA through 2. As here's the 2-1, as Reynolds sends this to left. Back at the wall. That one is gone. Back-to-back jacks clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Brian Reynolds with his first home run of the season. A bucko barrage of runs here in the second, as it's now 5-0. That was out of nowhere. Reynolds usually, again, much more powerful from the left side of the plate, but hey, couldn't tell there. That was deep. And that will bring up Marcell Ozuna, who struck out in the first inning. Williamson early exit, probably. Don't think we'll be seeing much of him much more, as that's going to be upstairs 1-0. This might be his last inning. Wow, indeed. Yep. Reynolds slow starter will come through. Yeah, well, he came through there. Just had to get some more offense. Here's the 1-0, as that's going to be on the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. Reynolds with a big smile again. Obviously, when you start off season not so great, definitely will treasure the good times. That's going to be way outside. 2-1. Williamson again, a little bit wild. Was wild in the first, that continued here in the second. 2-1 to Ozuna. Williamson just kind of deep breath. Kicks and deals, and that's a broken bat to third, and that is foul. He's throwing it to first anyway. Busy day for the bullpen, yeah. Impressive, very. Love your UConn. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was fun. That was a wild moment, great moment, really. Two and two count, as Ozuna's going to need a new bat. Again, the Pirates leading 5-0. If you're just tuning in, Pirates have all of a sudden learned how to play offense, channeling their opening day offense. As they had just struggled. I think 6 runs in the last 3 games. I think. I could be wrong on that. Here's the 2-2, and Ozuna pops it up. Shallow right. Looks like McLean is going to make the catch. Round number 3, but hey, you know, Pirates put up 5 runs. O'Hearn with the 3-run shot. Reynolds with a home run as well. And, of course, Nick York got it started actually with the sacrifice fly, bringing in Gonzalez. Again, shallow center, too. Gonzalez had to book it, and he sure did. What has Slugger Ozuna done so far? Nothing, really. Batting average below .083 now. I don't know what it actually is, but Ozuna has struggled. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, Pirates fans and Reds fans alike. Again, you know, Pirates are winning now, but obviously this game is far from over, as baseball just has a way of just making things interesting. So it's just kind of a random feel. You never know how it can go. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the broadcast. And if you are, make sure to leave a like. Helps out small channels like mine, as again, going to call a lot of Pirates games this year. But again, whenever it's a doubleheader or the Pirates are off, I might be calling another game. You know, again, other teams. Of course, doubleheaders, I will be calling other teams, of course. And you can take, you know, or have some reassurance here for the Reds fans that are listening in, that for some reason, it's just the way it goes. I prefer the NL. I don't know why, but if there's an NL team involved, there's a high chance that, you know, that will be picked over an AL-only matchup. So just keep that in mind going forward again. So don't hesitate to subscribe. Again, also, football is really the big part of the channel. Obviously, you can see I'm a Steeler fan. We do 3 games every Sunday. Of course, Steelers are one of them usually. But obviously, there's 2 other games not featuring the Steelers. We cover everybody at least once. So make sure to sub it up again Monday and Thursday nights as well during the NFL season. Stewart looks at a pitch. Didn't quite get to see what the call was. Looks like he challenged it. So he wants to... Looks like the Reds lose the challenge. Call is confirmed, so not a good start to the challenge, or, you know, use of a challenge there. 0-1 count to Stewart, as the Reds now down to 1. Chandler kicks and deals. That's going to be inside. Almost hit him, as it's 1-1. Stewart, despite the ABS misusage there, has been really good to start the season. .667 batting average, OPS of 1932, 1 homer and 2 RBIs. That's a breaking ball outside, 2-1. Congo's taking the lead. Unbelievable. Anything for the NFL draft? We'll do day 1. We'll do day 1 for sure. Don't think day 2 or 3, but, you know, well, I'm calling it probably a baseball game at the time. Checks his swing. Did he go? He did. 2-2. Probably keep you updated. Most likely. Did he hold up there? Oh, he definitely went. And Stewart didn't like the call over there at first. Stewart's just not having a good time at the plate right now. As here's the 2-2, and that's going to be fouled back. Keeping it 2-2. 101, by the way, on the miles per hour. Bubba Chandler, again, can bring the heat. Like and subscribe. Thank you again, Drago. Appreciate you for being here. Chandler kicks and deals. Has checked his swing. Did he go? I don't think he went that time. He did not. 3-2. Again, I'll be on tomorrow for the conclusion of the series. That one at 12:40 Eastern, 11:40 Central. For those interested. 3-2 count. Chandler rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that one is going foul. Again, Chandler already with 2 strikeouts. By the way, Stewart yesterday 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. Pretty solid performance. 3-2. Chandler kicks and deals. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He struck him out. Now with 1 out here in the bottom of the second, that's going to bring up Eugenio Suarez, who is batting 188, OPS of 610, 1 homer and 4 RBIs. Last game to play today for now. I don't know. That could vaporize. The lead could vaporize at any moment. You never know. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, the Pirates also were pretty aggressive trying to get Suarez to sign with the Pirates, but he ultimately returned to Cincinnati. And, you know, again, the Reds, of course, made the playoffs last year. So that would make sense, as that's a swing and a miss strike two. Unsure, I don't recall the contract details, but I imagine Suarez, if they were about the same, you'd go to one, of course, a place that is, you know, you've played already, familiar with. And then two, again, the Reds. Hey, again, the playoffs last year, so that's going to be upstairs 1 and 2. White Sox 2, Miami nothing in the top of the third. Marlins swept the Rockies. All games by 1 run. And then I think they got blown out yesterday by the White Sox and already down to Chicago, as that's going to be upstairs 2 and 2. We'll do a score check around Major League Baseball after this second inning. As I'm sure most of you guys know, many games happening right now. 2-2 count. Chandler kicks and delivers. That's going to be a... Oh, swing and miss. I thought it was a foul tip, but not quite. He struck him out. That is now 4 strikeouts for Bubba Chandler. Oh, man. It just had a lot of drop at the end. Wow, that is impressive. Huh. That'll bring up Will Benson, who is batting .286, OPS of .946, and an RBI this season. Here's the pitch, as that's going to be sent to left. And that is actually in the infield. York makes the catch at third. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know really what to call that. I don't know if it's a blooper out. There's no fly out, I guess. All right, 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. As we enter the top of the third, the Pirates leading 5-0. MLB and NBA are my past fires to the NFL starts. So then just hang out. Oh, yeah, no, appreciate you. Again, thank you very much. Definitely honored to be, you know, considered, you know, like, hey, one of your favorites, like with Football Nation. Again, that's a big channel. Does a great job over there. So I appreciate the, you know, like, not saying you're comparing, but hey, to be involved, you know, like, it's one of your favorites compared to another. Again, channel like that is really cool. All right, so the Rangers lead 1-0 over the Orioles in the bottom of the third. The Phillies lead 1-0 over the Nationals as they head to the top of the fourth. White Sox 2, Marlins nothing as they head to the bottom of the third. And zeros elsewhere as the Rockies and the Blue Jays are underway in the top of the second, and the A's and the Braves 0-0. Yeah, the A's 0-4. The only winless team in baseball. And that's interesting considering they have a lot of young talent. You consider baseball and Eastern sports commentary. Oh, it's like it's not even close. Like basketball is so fast-paced. Again, I get to talk to the chat more. Baseball, basketball during the game, I can't really talk to you guys until like commercials. You know? So, yeah, no. For sure. What is this cartoon technology? It's actually on... It's on MLB.com. If you sign in now, I don't know for certain if you have to pay for it. So if you're already like an MLB TV subscriber, which I am, that's how I'm able to call the games, then you get it, no problem. But I was told you actually have to pay for it if you're not. So, but yeah, it'd be on MLB.com. Go to Game Day, and there should be a button for 3D. Again, I don't know if you have to pay for that. That would be news to me. But I've had MLB TV for the last few years. So I've never really noticed, you know, I'd never noticed the pay option. Brandon Lau at the plate, 0 for 1 in this one as he faces Williamson. Williamson out there again as this one's going to be jammed, but it's going to be caught by Ellie De La Cruz for out number 1. Guess that is a fly out. I'm not too sure. Let's go, Buccos. Appreciate you. Big for tuning in. Wow, what did you miss? You missed a couple of home runs. Ryan O'Hearn with the 3-run shot. And then Brian Reynolds with the home run. Nick York sacrifice fly in the top of the second. Here is Nick Gonzalez again, 1 for 1 in this one, as that's going to be low, 1-0. Football is nice and evenly paced action, but time to talk. Exactly. Football, again, obviously I love it so much. My favorite sport forever and ever, but also the easiest to commentate. Is Gonzalez sends this to right, and looks like Marte is already under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Williamson looking much better here in the second. Just a couple of pitches here, a few pitches. As that'll bring up Joey Bart, who walked in the first inning. Williamson again, 58 pitches, but hasn't thrown a lot here in the third, as that's going to be inside 1-0. As Williamson delivers, and that's going to be sent to shallow right. Marte is calling off everybody and makes the catch for a very quick out number 3. Again, very quick inning. As we head to the bottom of the third, Pirates again leading 5-0. Skeens start. Yes, he is starting tomorrow. Skeens the starter. Not sure. I don't recall who the Red starter would be. I guess I can look that up. Had it actually over here earlier. Andrew Abbott. So there you go, Andrew Abbott. Now the players want to. Yeah, that's why I try not to leave this. I'll just exit out. And we'll go back to it. Let's see if it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ugh, I'm annoyed with this thing. Yeah, this thing can be a pain in the butt. It really can. Like, let's try it again. There you go. But anyway, appreciate you guys again for tuning in. Make sure again to leave a like and, of course, subscribe for more baseball streams. Going to be a lot of Pirates on the channel, but, of course, again, we'll bounce around. If we do 2 games in a day, obviously the Pirates won't play on both games, obviously, that day, unless, of course, it's an actual doubleheader. But yeah, again, we'll do some Pirates games, other games as well. So make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. It is free, of course. Again, don't think of it as an actual subscription. There is nothing like that. Think of it more as a follow on Facebook, Instagram, or wherever you social media from. Penguins leading the Red Wings 2-0. Look at that. Penguins with a nice one yesterday. Looking to, again, keep themselves in playoff positioning. Pardon me. So it looks like we're back in action again. Bottom of the third here. Noelvi Marte is going to be at the plate. He is 0 for 6 to start his season. No idea what's going on. All right, anyway. Chandler ready to face Marte, as here's the pitch, as that's going to be upstairs, ball 1. You join baseball streams because there's enough downtime to chat, although I'm not a hardcore fan of the sport. Gotcha. Yeah, no, there's definitely way more time to chat for sure. 1-0 count as Chandler delivers. That's going to be also missing upstairs, 2-0. So no count. Chandler only at 27 pitches. As Chandler kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Misses upstairs. 3-0. 3-0 to Noelvi Marte. I noticed I just forgot to write down the positions, not predictions. Positions for the Reds players. He's playing him right. As Chandler delivers, and that one's in there for a called strike. 98 on the fastball. Pens score or win, then it's time to go to McDonald's. I guess so. I don't know if they will actually go to McDonald's. Will they take an actual bite of the big arch is the question. Here's the 3-1, as that's going to be sent to right, and that one will go foul to make the count full. And Chandler already with 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Pearson Williamson with 2 strikeouts of his own on Ozuna and Lau. Those were in the first. 3-2 count. Chandler kicks and fires. That's hint, and again, that's going to right. That is a foul ball. And if you're just tuning in, 5-0 Pirates leading over the Reds. No, it is not a malfunction of the scoreboard. Pirates actually found out how to hit a baseball today. That is always a nice change of pace. As here's the 3-2. That's once again fouled off as Marte giving Chandler some trouble here. Keep the block going. Well, you know, we'll see. Again, this game definitely far from over. Only in the third. Plenty of more frames to go. As Chandler rocks and fires. Check the swing. That is ball 4. And that is the first base runner for the Reds. As Marte walks. And that will bring up Jose Trevino, who is 0 for 5 on the season. Strikeout to walk ratio, Pirates rookie stat of the day. Chandler 7.8. Mike Gonzalez actually in 2004 9.2 strikeout to walk ratio. Paul Skeens third on that list, by the way, as he misses to Trevino 1-0. If Pirates can keep the offensive consistency, they're going to be a playoff team. Well, the thing is, I think they're consistently bad offensively. They just need to get something going. I mean, you got 4 runs a game. I know that doesn't really sound like a lot, but I genuinely believe that would be enough to get the Pirates in the playoffs. As Chandler does miss on the 1-0 to make it 2-0. Looks like, yeah, the pitching coach going to have a little chat with him. Clearly, Chandler having some trouble here in the third. Williamson, by the way, contrasting that, very quick inning. Only 7 or 8 pitches for Williamson in the third. And Chandler already matched that. Well, actually more than that already. Again, no outs here in the third. So anyway, I do appreciate you guys again for hanging out during this little mound visit. And feel free to chat down below. I really do try to get to the chat as often as I can. Talk about the game, talk about whatever you want, sports related or, you know, non-sports related. You know, obviously, you know, try to keep it on topic or, you know, just nothing too crazy. But I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Well, let me call the game for you. As again, Pirates 1-3, Reds off to a great start of the year, 3-1 to begin the campaign. As Chandler's back in action, here's the 2-0, and he misses again. Looks like the mound visit didn't matter. 3-0. 128 watching, yeah, pretty nice turnout. Consistency, I mean, is one of the consistency. I mean, is one. Yeah, no, for sure, totally. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was just messing. Here's the 3-0, and he misses ball 4. So Chandler having some trouble locating the strike zone. That is definitely not ideal. As like I said, that's why you play. You have 9 innings. Doesn't matter what you do in the first few. What matters is the final score at the end of 9, or, you know, whether it goes extras or not. That's going to bring up the former Pirate Ke'Bryan Hayes, 0 for 9 to begin the season. Does have a walk, so his OPS is 100. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Well, the Pirates are good this year. I've been a fan since the late 80s, so you can imagine your dismay. Oh, I bet. Me again, I've just, you know, really started watching baseball and paying attention to the Pirates since, I would say, 06, 07, but not too much as of late. As Hayes sends this to left, and Reynolds is there. Oh, and Cruz and Reynolds collide! Unbelievable! Throws into Gonzalez, Gonzalez to home, and he is safe. Unbelievable. Reynolds, it looked like he had it, and then Cruz came out of nowhere. Unbelievable, man. I'm sorry. I'm just so over Cruz. So Hayes is at first. Reynolds called it off. I don't even. So the Reds again. Normally, I mean, the Reds score whatever, but it's just one of. You see the same mistake over and over by the same player. I mean, I just blow a gasket. So the Reds are on the board. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a bunt. Friedel, oh, it's a pop-up. Throws to second. Oh, what a double play. Oh, what a play. And what the Pirates needed that. What a play by Bubba Chandler. Friedel pops it up on the bunt. Chandler had to move a little bit too. Throws back to second to get the double play. That was impressive. Reds fans booing. Friedel misplayed the bunt. Francona couldn't believe it. That was a nice little picture too. Hopefully there's a screenshot of that on line somewhere. Is Matt McLean at the plate as he looks at a ball 1-0. Let's see here. Pirates-Yankees World Series would be the best underdog story of the century. Yeah, it would be for sure. I think, though, the Pirates and Dodgers in the playoffs. The Pirates can beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. That would be epic. 2-0 count. Pirates have had the Dodgers number, by the way, in recent memory. Yeah, I'm sure you guys could see the play there on the screen. That's what's cool about it. 2-0 count to McLean as Chandler sets. Here's the pitch. That is going to be upstairs 3-0. Non-sports related, are you sure? No, I mean, you're good. Totally cool. You're totally cool, Drago. You're here, Doc. Appreciate you, Russell. O'Neill's crazy, yeah. Congo's probably going to beat, yeah, they're probably beat Jamaica. That is crazy. Cruz back to shortstop. I mean, he's better there, but I don't know. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be upstairs. Ball 4. Chandler is struggling this inning for sure. So McLean walks, and that'll bring up Ellie Dela Cruz, who flew out in the first. We're winning. Oh yeah, no, that's all that matters. But again, you just see kind of the same mistakes by the same player, and it is frustrating. It is frustrating. Here's the pitch. That's a big swing and a miss as Dela Cruz was trying to make this a one-run game. Oh my gosh. Oh, and 1 count as that's a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1. They're highlighting the throw Gonzalez made to the plate. Oh, it was really close. It was a close play. Ultimately, of course, just a little late, but it was a good throw. 1-1 count as Chandler looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is right down the middle. 100 on the gun. Strike 2. 1-2 counts again. Runners on first and second. I don't know why I wanted to say bases on the side. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Ellie at the plate, and Chandler's actually going to step off, to the ire of some Reds fans. Ozuna might be better in the field. I don't know, but I mean DH him. I don't think that's the worst thing. I know you waste his arm and his speed, but here's the 1-2. That's a chopper, and that's back foul. Some of you heard this one just for fun. I switched the labels around your wife's spice rack. Yeah, no, I have seen. I remember seeing that one. And appreciate you, Drago. I definitely am not opposed to dad jokes by any means. 1-2 counts. Chandler sets and delivers, and that's going to be fouled back again. That was 101. Chandler, by the way, at 49 pitches. Again, he entered the inning with 25. So this inning has been some trouble. Trouble for Bubba as Chandler sets. Looks back at second and delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt. Handled well by Bart. Keeping it alive. 2-2. Dad jokes are life. Oh, yeah. They are usually pretty punny and funny. Think we'll get the Rogers news for the draft? We better. I mean, I think so. But, I'm just annoyed with it. 2-2 count. Chandler sets. Looks back at second. And fires. That is in the dirt. Ball 3. 93 on the changeup. So, again, a full count. As Sal Stewart is on deck. And again, off to a great start this season. Here's the 3-2. That's a grounder to second. Oh, what a play by Lau. Throws to first for out number 3. Lau with a great dive. Great timing. As the Pirates keep it 5-1. Again, the Reds scoring. And I guess, I don't know if that would be an error or not by either Reynolds or Cruz. Again, I think it's Cruz, but I don't know what they would score. 5-1 your score as we head to the top of the 4th. Thoughts of Neil Walker taking... thought Neil Walker was taking the job as Bucks an hour. Oh, yeah, I mean, I thought so as well. I don't know. I mean, I guess they rotate them. I know they have, I think, 4. They have 2 play-by-play guys, Greg Brown, and then I can't remember the other guy's name. I don't remember. Joe Block. But yeah, I think they have like 4 or 5 color guys. So I don't know. Better get the Rogers soon. Yeah, 100%. Do better next time. Your fans always appreciate. Now I appreciate you, man. Amigo, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Wish we could have this team. Wish we could have a team when we had it. Oh yeah, no, I completely. Again, I don't know. I think the team. I think we have some pieces. There's just a few holes in the lineup, but I think we're maybe. I think we're honestly 1 or 2 bats away from being a serious team. Like if we got Suarez, obviously, again, the defense might have been a problem, but, I think Suarez would have been huge for this lineup. Schwarber, again, the DH, along with the moves we made. But then if we get them, we might not make the moves for O'Hearn and Lau, and they've played very well. At least, again, it's only 4 games, but you got to like what you've seen so far. But, yeah, I totally get it. So, a long season. Gotta hope that, again, Cruz can figure it out, as here is O'Neal Cruz. As that's going to be low, ball 1. So, Williamson's back in. Wow, interesting. As that's going to be just missing again. 2-0 on the sweeper. Again, Cruz with a single. Single in the second inning. Kept it going. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be missing down low. 3-0. That was a nice play by Lau. They're showing it again. Dela Cruz was running it out. Here's the 3-0 as that's going to be taken right down the middle for a called strike. Again, 3-0. That is kind of expected, especially lefty on lefty. So I like that Cruz is being patient. I think, again, if he struggles against lefties, you got to be definitely more patient. As Cruz sends this to right center. Oh, he just made up for it. That one is gone. Oh, Neil Cruz, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Again, probably just need to DH the guy at this point, but geez, against a lefty too. When he gets a hold of one, it is going very far. 6-1 Pirates. Just demolished it to right center. Unbelievable, the Pirates. Oh, they got shut out yesterday. I was just hoping we get a few runs today, keep it close, but here we go. As he misses York, 1-0. Again, York with the sacrifice fly. here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside, but it's called a strike anyway as it evens the count 1-1. It's about time for Cruz. Yeah, that was his first home run of the year. So good stuff, O'Neill. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be low, 2-1. Again, his issues out on defense are inexcusable, but hey, again, whenever you see whenever he flashes that potential, it is just great to see, as that's going to be fouled back 2-2. Good batter needs work elsewhere. Yeah, he's an all right batter. Again, he's got the power, but he just swings, and he batted like was it 200 or 199? I think it was right there at the Mendoza line. Breaking ball just missed, 3-2. But yeah, again, hopefully he bounces back, and hopefully this game is a good start. Again, already 2 for 2 on the day, so he doesn't really have to do much, and it's still going to be a great game for him. Here's the 3-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. He struck him out on a pitch in the dirt. And that will bring up Jake Mangum. That was, again, they're showing the home run there. 88 on the inside corner, and Cruz just sent it to Narnia. That was really far. Again, to right center, about halfway up in the stands out there here at the Great American Ballpark, as he misses 1-0 here to Mangum. Again, 1 for 2 on the day. As here's the 1-0, and Mangum ground ball to second. McLean has trouble with it. Throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 2. Mangum, good effort. McLean, though, doing a good job of staying composed. Man. All right, that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn, who's 1 for 1, of course, with the walk, and also his one hit was a 3-run shot. As that's a breaking ball outside, 1-0. DH only, yeah. How do we get our run doc? So that was a Brian Hayes fly ball to left center. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be 2-0 as he misses. Reynolds kind of called for the ball, but Cruz didn't hear it, I guess. Again, I do blame it on Cruz. Watching the game here, they collide, and that's how the runner scored, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 2-1 count to O'Hearn. But yeah, really a Pirates mistake led to that Reds run, as Williamson delivers. Checked his swing, but it's called a strike anyway, as it's on the outside corner. 2-2. I'm going to show the home run by Ryan O'Hearn. Hit it apparently 401 feet. Here's the 2-2, and O'Hearn sends this to right, but that one is foul. Gave it a good ride. Thanks. Oh, yeah, no problem. Appreciate you again for tuning in. Two and 2 to O'Hearn, 2 outs, nobody on. As Williamson delivers, that's going to be poked into, well, it's going to be caught by Ellie, who was in shallow left center, I guess. But all right. Pirates again tack on another one. O'Neill Cruz with the solo shot. That's a line out. But yeah, the Pirates 6, the Reds 1. All right, we'll check out what's happening. Check out what's happening across Major League Baseball. Phillies 2, Nationals nothing, as they enter the bottom of the 5th. The Rangers and the Orioles 1-1 in the top of the 5th. The Marlins lead 4-2 over the White Sox in the bottom of the 4th. Rockies 0, Blue Jays 0. A's 3, Braves 1. Again, the A's looking for their first one. Last team that's winless in Major League Baseball. Rays 1, Brewers nothing. Let's see. Angels and Cubs 0-0, and the Mets 0, Cardinals 0. Do you guys still have Cruz? Are you talking about O'Neill? Yeah. Go Bucks. Oh yeah, Russell. Good show. Appreciate you again. Folks, make sure, if you haven't done so already, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Again, I do a lot of baseball, of course. I'm more of a football channel. That is where the success is. That's what I love. I do love the NFL. I love my Pittsburgh Steelers. But again, we cover everybody in the NFL. It's not just the Steelers. We cover every Steeler game, but we cover everybody else at least once. So make sure you're going to sub it up. We're on here all day, every Sunday during NFL season. And, of course, Monday night, Thursday night football, in case you don't have, Prime or ESPN. I got you covered. And, of course, again, baseball. We'll be on here for a lot. We're going to be doing, the goal is to do 200 MLB games this year. That is including the playoffs. But yeah, again, I do want to, maybe I hit that prior to that. Would be great. But we'll be doing a lot of doubleheaders starting next week as well. Again, we do Pirates, but we also have other games as well, not just a Pirates channel, but it's going to be mostly Pirates. Most of the games, I would say about 60 to 70% of the baseball games will be Pirates games. The remaining 30-40% will just be, again, a flip of the coin. Here's the 0-1 to Stewart, as that's going to be upstairs. 1-1. Stewart is 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the second inning. Cruz needs to visit Indy or Altoona if he has another fielding issue. Homer and Derby stuff doesn't offset routine plays being turned into errors. I get you, Bill. I mean, made up for it today with the one. Again, he cost the team a run, and then he made up for it pretty. Again, I get it. I mean, you're preaching to the choir here. I don't think there's really many Cruz defenders, at least here on this channel. But yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. But I don't know. He made up for it today. Right now, the Pirates leading 6-1. Hopefully again they can hold on here. But yeah, I mean, DHing him, I don't think would be the worst thing in the world. Here's the 1-2, as that's going to be ripped to right, and that one is foul. Again, appreciate you, Bill, for tuning in. How about your guards? I don't actually know how they did. We'll finish top of the division. I hope so. Dodgers who? Yeah. Yeah, right. Everybody is fighting against the Dodgers. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the changeup. So Stewart strikes out in both of his appearances, as that's going to bring up Eugenio Suarez, who struck out in his first appearance. UFL games are good. Yeah, I'm going to cover some UFL. There will be some UFL. That is every now and then. Not going to really do too much of that. I do love football, but I don't know. I don't know if I really liking the rule changes for the UFLs. That's going to be popped up, and Mangum calling it pretty much near the infield for out number 2. That was practically right on the diamond. I don't know if it's going to show it. That was crazy. All right, that'll bring up Will Benson, who flew out in his first appearance. Yeah, they actually are showing it right here. We'll see. I don't know if they'll... Mangum was practically in the infield. Again, 0 for 1. Went 1 for 3 yesterday. As Chandler delivers. That is going to be in there for a called strike. Chandler, much better fourth inning than third for sure. Chandler at 59 pitches, by the way, if you're wondering his pitch counts. 0-1. Chandler kicks and delivers. That's going to be a check swing. It hit him, or hit the bat. So, too bad. 0-2 to Will Benson. He needs to be good. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I completely agree. Beat the Dodgers. Oh, nice. Bucks made the playoffs 13, 14, 15 with Garrett Cole. It's been over. Yep. No, it's been a while. 0-2 count. Chandler fires. That's going to be sent back, and that will become a souvenir. Pens up, 3-zip. There we go. That's good to see. Guards playing good ball. Yep. How he scored, it was O'Neal Cruz home run, solo shots. That made it 6-1 as Chandler delivers. That's going to be in the dirt. Changeup, 94 on the changeup. I mean, again, that's just crazy numbers to me. A 94-mile-per-hour changeup. Unbelievable. Hey, Doc Opar. Good to see you, Orville. Yeah, Pirates scored some runs today, making up for yesterday's shutouts. As that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is now 6 strikeouts for Bubba Chandler. As we head to the top of the 5th, the Pirates lead 6-1. Pirates looking good for a change. So they're scoring all the runs tonight, and that means they'll put up nothing for Paul tomorrow, as Paul will probably settle down. I swear Cruz doesn't want to play 90% of the time. Oh, again, yeah, you're preaching to the choir. It is frustrating. But, you know, again, I will be very critical because he just continues to make the same mistakes. However, again, he kind of made up for it with the home run. He got the run back. He cost the team a run. He got the run back. That's all you can ask for. You know, playing sports, you know, you kind of know that. Like, he cost your team. You want to make up for your team. He did. He did. He sent that one to Narnia. So, but yeah, I totally get it. Again, that's something that hopefully, you know, Don Kelly will figure out as far as, you know, whether it's time to DH again. Ozuna has struggled. You know, again, if Ozuna continues to play like this, I mean, I don't see how you keep him. I don't see who's going to want him if you try to trade him. And of course, you know, maybe you try to make a trade for McCutchen, but he's playing well. The Rangers competing, they're not going to let him go. I don't know. It's very interesting. Who's pitching tomorrow? It's going to be it's Paul Skeens. And thank you, Arvo, for the like. Appreciate you, man. One hitter for Bubba. Yeah, no, he had a rough third inning. He walked, I think, 3 batters in that inning. The third inning really got to him, the bottom of the lineup. Yeah, but he's pitched very well. Go on the Indians for the win. Yep. All right, we are back in action here again in the top of the 5th. The Pirates lead 6-1. Do you do every Pirates game? No, I will not be doing every Pirates game. The goal this year is to do about 100 to 120 Pirates games. As that's going to be a check swing, but it's going to be in there for a called strike anyway. So strike 1. But yeah, so no, I won't be doing all 162. I love the Pirates, but, you know, I did it last year. The turnout really wasn't all that great, so I kind of expanded to, like, a lot of teams, kind of give myself a security blanket. It actually paid off for football. Football, again, we had fans of every team here, and I was able to grow a good football community. But because of that, you know, I'm paying it forward to those that supported. So, you know, going to do a lot of different teams. But again, the Pirates will be the most featured team, and I made sure to tell everybody that. Again, about 100 to 120 Pirates games, and then, you know, we'll fill out the rest as we go. But if the Pirates are playing, I will be sure to cover them. So we'll see. Might even be more than that. I don't know, but that is the goal, though. I set the goal to about 100, 120, and, you know, we'll see how it goes in the next, you know, in the seasons to come. 2-2 to Brian Reynolds. Again, homered in his last appearance. Again, not really a strong start to the year, but you can hope that swing may have figured it out for him. But 2-2 as Williamson delivers. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. Again, appreciate you, buddy, for tuning in. Tomorrow's game, I think, is at 12:40 Eastern. Again, I'll be covering that one tomorrow. Same thing again for Reds fans. I'll be here tomorrow again. I'm a Pirates fan, but again, not going to be really criticizing the Reds. No reason for a Pirates fan to ever talk trash to another team, to be honest with you. As here's the 2-2, as that's going to be sent to right, and that is foul. Again, I have we are the Cleveland Browns of baseball mindset, so until we win, I wouldn't personally. That's just me. Yes, you guys can do whatever you want. Taking 3 of my Dawson's to event tomorrow if we get their current shots. Okay, yes, sir. Will do. Will do, Orville. Here's the 2-2 as that's going to be sent to center. On the run is Friedel, who makes the catch for out number 1. It was hit pretty well, but unfortunately it found a glove. Marcell Ozuna going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 2. 0 for 2 in this one. Don't think Skeens ever lost 2 in a row. I hope so. I hope that continues, as that's a big swing and a miss. Strike one. I'll be here. I appreciate you, Russell. I might catch you for most of the Pirates games. I'm an out-of-state fan. I like to tune into them as much as possible. I totally feel you there, as that's going to be outside, or pardon me, in the dirt, 1-1. Now, I'm an out-of-state fan myself. I was a Pennsylvanian-born but Texas-living Steeler and Pirate fan, Penguin, casual Penguin fan. As here's the 1-1, and Ozuna sends this to left. And that one is just foul. Oh, that had the distance. It would have been nice for Ozuna to really, oh man, probably about 10 feet away from being a home run. It was just out in front. But I totally feel you, buddy. Appreciate you for tuning in. As Ozuna rips this one foul, he's getting some good contact here. Staying alive. Williamson, by the way, the Reds starter, 90 pitches. I'm surprised he's still out there with the start he's had. I mean, it's been a rough one. Again, his first start since 2024. Not really going to rip him for that. But I'm surprised they've left him out there. I guess they're trying to save this bullpen for tomorrow. 1-2 counts as Williamson rocks and fires, and that's going to be chopped foul. Who's batting? This is Marcell Ozuna. You shall look at the fantasy baseball team. I will, I guess, Tater, very, very soon. Again, 1-2 count here to Ozuna. Williamson sets, kicks, and deals. That's another chopper, and that's going foul. This one, a little bit of a battle here. Ozuna trying to, again, get his on. Maybe he heard me just talking a bunch of trash. I don't know. But he's got to get it going. Again, entered this game batting .083. He's 0 for 2 already in this one. He's got to get it going. Again, the rest of this team is, as that's going to be outside 2-2, or at least for tonight. Apparently they needed the bullpen, yeah. The Pirates are only good when I'm not watching. Appreciate you, Denny. Good to see you, man. Yeah, apparently. Here's the 2-2. And Ozuna gets under it and pops it up. Shallow center. Yeah, he was definitely under it, as that is caught for out number 2. That'll bring up, well, hold up. That's actually bring out Terry Francona. It's going to make a change. So Brandon Williamson again for outstarted. Honestly, not the worst, but I mean, it's still not great. It's not good at all. And allowing 6 runs in 4 2/3, and again making his first start since 2024. So pitching change underway here in Cincinnati. Hero should be in the Hall of Fame. Yep. It's been a rough start for Ozuna for sure. Afternoon game, yes, William. Afternoon game tomorrow. I think it again 1:40 Eastern, 12:40 Central. We'll get some scores from across Major League Baseball. The Phillies leading the Nationals 3-0 in the top of the 6th. The Rangers leading the Orioles 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Marlins 4, White Sox 2 as they head to the bottom of the 5th. The Rockies and Blue Jays 0-0 as they head to the bottom of the 4th. The A's lead the Braves 3-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Rays 1, Brewers 0 in the bottom of the 2nd. 0-0 Angels and the Cubs, and 0-0 for the Mets and the Cardinals as they're just getting underway. Again, thank you guys for clicking on the live stream. Appreciate you guys. Make sure again to leave a like and of course subscribe for more baseball content. Again, more of a football channel, but obviously football is not here and won't be here for a while. Again, we'll cover every now and then the UFL as well, but it's going to be a lot of baseball from this point on until about, September, really. And, of course, again, we'll still do baseball. It's not like I'm going to abandon baseball completely. But, of course, football will take priority. The NFL will. But, yeah, make sure, again, to sub it up. It is free to do so. Don't think of it as a subscription. Think of it more as a follow on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. And, of course, let your, again, Pirates friends know. Trying to build something here with the Pirates. The more interest there is from Pirates fans, I mean, do a lot of more Pirates games. I mean, I'll definitely. I'm kind of like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just like to look at the analytics and see what does well. But again, I do want the Pirates to do well. I want to cover a lot of Pirates, but we'll see. Again, that's the goal though this year. At least 100 to 120 games. Brock Burke going to be on the mound for the Reds. He's a lefty, as he's tasked with facing Brandon Lau, who's jammed, sent right to Ellie De La Cruz for out number 3. Pirates lead at 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. So again, I will try to, of course, do a lot of baseball. Be around 1 p.m. tomorrow. Your time, well, my time here in Central, or in Texas, it'd be like 12:40, 12:30, I guess. I don't know. I usually put the stream up about 10-15 minutes earlier when it comes to non-college streams. If it's a college stream, it's like on an hour before, just to get an audience in here, because everyone's looking for the game on YouTube. I disguise myself as the game. But yeah, so again, tomorrow, 1:40 Eastern time, I'll be on. 12:40. No, my bad. It's 12:40 Eastern. Oh, wow, so it's earlier. So 12:40 Eastern, 11:40 Central. Wow, all right, well, I'm glad I looked at that. Okay, so there you go. 12:40 Eastern time. My bad. That is, I'm glad I looked at that. When do the Penguins come back on? Penguins, are you talking about on the channel? I don't know, I want to cover them soon. I don't know. I gotta find something. I gotta find a game for sure. Because, yeah, it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks since I've gotten to the Penguins. They're leading 3-0 right now, though. That's good. Leading over the Red Wings. Or the same time, yeah. Yeah, Missouri's in the Central. But yeah, no, so. Okay, so 11:40 Central, 12:40 Eastern. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so Noel V. Marte is going to be at the plate. He walked in his first appearance. I'm assuming Chandler's still out there, as his first pitch is sent to right, and that one is going, and that'll become a souvenir. Where are you from? I'm from Butler. I was born in Reading, Pennsylvania, but I don't live there anymore. I am from Reading, though. Home of the Reading Phillies. Saw a lot of Reading Phillies growing up. But, no, I live in Texas. Living in Texas now. 0-1 count as Chandler delivers. That's going to be popped up, and that one is going to be foul. And we'll make it 0-2. Chandler at 65 pitches. Again, he has a nice inning here. I can see him out there for the 6th. But, again, I don't know if they want to shut him down because it's early in the season. I don't know. But I imagine that's probably what they're thinking. Again, 0-2 here to Marte, looking for his first hit of 2026, as that's going to be in the dirt. 1-2. Yeah, Butler, that'd be out in West Pennsylvania, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. My knowledge actually is more of Eastern Pennsylvania. Moved very early. I was only 8 when I moved down to Pennsylvania. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be way upstairs. 2-2. Visited Reading, or again, just outside of Reading is where I lived. My grandparents lived. This past summer, it was good to be back. I remember seeing a heat wave for 88 degrees, and I thought, this is insane, as that's going to be low. 3-2. During the summer for us, we're chilling in the high 90s. Heat wave advisory, 88 degrees. And that was, I'm like, wow. And it felt great out. I remember getting that. You're out in the back patio. And I'm like, what in the world? It feels fantastic. 3-2 count. Chandler delivers. That's going to be upstairs. Ball 4. So Marte gets on Chandler wants a challenge, but it looks high to me, and it looks high to the pitch track. So Marte has walked in both of his appearances. Again, he'll just have to wait for his first hit of the season. And that will bring up Jose Trevino, who also walked in his first appearance. Chandler's had trouble with this part of the lineup for some reason. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs. Did he go? And he did. Strike one. Again, that was well above the zone. So it's really odd that he has had a lot of success from the first, 6 batters in the lineup. 1 through 6 in the lineup. 0 for 11 and a walk. But the bottom half of the lineup's gone on base every single time as Trevino sends this to center. And Cruz is there to make the catch. For out number 1, that's going to bring up Brian Hayes, who got his first hit. Well, actually, again, I'm not too sure if they actually credited that to... No, so they actually didn't. They will say he got on because of an error. That makes more sense. Because, yeah, again, that was just a flat-out... That was just flat-out nonsense out there in left center. So that's going to be missing 1-0. Denny has a sister that lives in Butler. Gotcha. 1-0 here again to the former Pirate, Brian Hayes. Again, looking for his first hit of the season. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be way upstairs, 2-0. Looks like Bart is going to have a little chat with Chandler again. He's just at random times tonight. He's just missed wildly. Again, the second inning, this was the third inning, actually. This was really what happened. Again, 6-1, Pirates leading over the Reds. Appreciate you guys for clicking on my video. As you guys, again, hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying, again, this little 3D thing. I think it'll be a nice little perk for the channel. Keeps the, maybe the doom scrollers here. I don't know. I guess you can't really doom scroll to this. You have to actually click on the video. But, it's movement. As that misses 3-0 now to Brian Hayes. Of course, hopefully you like the crowd noise. Again, obviously it's not the actual crowd noise, but definitely edited to where hopefully it sounds all right. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be missing ball 4. That one, again, not even close. As Bubba Chandler's command, again, just randomly going out. And it looks like we are seeing possibly somebody get up because we are seeing that phone in action. Then I'll bring up TJ Friedel, who is 0 for 2 tonight and was 0 for 3 with the walk yesterday. Of course, the Reds win over the Pirates. Pirates trying to even the series. And maybe steal a series tomorrow. But again, they got to get through this one. As Chandler looks back at second, here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, 1-0. I like the graphics. Thank you. Appreciate it, RB. It's movement, yep. I will bring the keys in here one time. So I can jiggle up that way. Again, that's for the, if I'm losing your attention. Oh, here's the keys. Jiggle, jiggle. 1-0 count. Chandler kicks and deals. That's going to be low, 2-0. And Chandler has really he can't find the strike zone. And he is getting mad at himself for sure. Always buy the Running Railroad when I play Monopoly. That's my favorite one as well. That is my favorite railroad in Monopoly. Looks like the pitching coach of the Pirates going to have a little chat. Chandler, who, again, whenever he looks great, he does. He looks fantastic. He looks like, yeah, that guy is definitely a stud for many years to come. And then he'll, of course, look like this, where, again, he has walked 5 batters tonight, despite how, again, how he's looked. Again, his great stuff is amazing. Again, 6 strikeouts, but also, again, 5 walks. That is just nuts. That is not ideal. NIT, 3rd, 4th place. You like Tulsa to beat New Mexico. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to the NIT. I wouldn't know who would be good in that one, to be honest. 2-0 to Friedel as Chandler looks back at second and delivers. That's going to be high, 3-0. And he could walk the bases loaded. Three and 0. The pitch. That's in there for a called strike, and that one was close, honestly. That may have caught a little bit of it, but man. 3-1 counts. Chandler sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be high, but it's called a strike. I think Friedel might challenge. He will not. Wow, that one was high. Chandler getting the call. Wow. 3-2 counts. Chandler. Oh, man, this is a huge pitch. This is a huge result here for again, the Pirates to keep control of the game, but for the Reds also to get back into the game. 3-2 count. Chandler looks back. Looks back again. Rocks and fires. That is outside ball 4. He has walked the bases loaded. That is now 6 walks. 3 walks this inning, of course. Again, bases now loaded, as this is going to get a little interesting, as Matt McLain, who has already walked tonight, is at the plate again. Not a bad start to the year, though, of course, yesterday was 0 for 4. 0 for 1 again at the walk, and this one looks like Bart is going to have a little chat with Chandler, who has again struggled for some reason against the bottom of the lineup, but apparently now it's continuing into this one. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know if we can have that one there. Yeah, it's a PG channel, so I guess that answers your question, huh? But I appreciate you, though, for the compliments. Appreciate you there for the compliment there. But, yeah, NIT championship game like Auburn to beat Illinois. Auburn, yeah. Looks like they actually went ahead and yanked him. So Don Kelly out there to remove Chandler. So, yeah, looks like the Pirates will go to the bullpen as, again, Pirates leading 6-1, but bases are loaded with 1 out. Man, would have been nice to see him get the W, but obviously it has not went that way. So very interesting here. Again, pitching change underway. We'll just check over the scores in the cross Major League Baseball. Phillies leading the Nationals 3-1 over in the bottom of the 6th. The Rangers lead 4-3 over the Orioles in the top of the 6th. The Marlins 4, White Sox 2 in the top of the 6th. The Rockies and the Blue Jays 0-0 in the top of the 5th. A's 4, Braves 1 in the top of the 4th. Rays 1, Brewers 0 as they head to the bottom of the 3rd. Cubs and Angels 0-0, Mets Cardinals 0-0, and the Red Sox Astros 0-0. Pens now up only 3-1, so the Red Wings have got a run back, or not a run, goal back. Man, not sure who they're going to bring in. I guess that says Ramirez, so I guess that's Johan Ramirez. Unless there's another Ramirez, I wouldn't know. So he is, again, kind of inconsistent. Hope after Auburn wins NIT, they can stop crying because they didn't win. I don't know. I think that's not really the same, though, Ricky. What do you call an elephant that is not very important? Irrelevant. I like that. It's pretty good. All right. Again, Chandler hot and cold today. 6 strikeouts, but also 6 walks. Johan Ramirez going to come on in. So far in the season, 2 games, 4 innings, no runs allowed, 5 strikeouts. All right, again, bases loaded. This is Matt McLain at the plate. As here's the pitch. That's going to be a slider way away for ball 1. And McLain 0 for 1 in this one, 0 for 4 yesterday, looking for his first hit of the series. And if he gets it here, it would be quite the hit. Ramirez sets and delivers. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Not sure on his stats from last year. Would have been nice to see that, but guess you play so many games, then you don't need the stats from last year. 1-1 count. Ramirez sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be sent to right, and that is out of play. And that is a souvenir. One and two to McLean. Definitely, I think, the right call. Obviously, Chandler was just losing his command. It's always a tough one, you know. You won't get credit for the win because he didn't go 5. As here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with the sweeper. That just swept across the zone. That was really nice. Talk that about the City of Champs. Everyone does it now, especially the City of Champs. Arizona-Michigan championship game. Well, that's not the championship game, but yeah, it's a Final Four game. That's going to bring up Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 2 in this one. Fly out and grounded out. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Cincinnati, get with it already, said Pete Rose. Yeah, it'd be a big hit here if Cincinnati is able to come through. Ramirez sets and delivers. Breaking ball. That is in there for a called strike. 1-1. Again, if you're just joining us, Pirates 6, Reds 1. Bases are loaded. Bubba Chandler walked the bases loaded. Had to be yanked. He just had to be. Johan Ramirez already has struck out 1. Can he find another route before the Reds get a base runner? As that's going to be the outside corner, but it's not called a strike. Bart's saying, oh, I probably should have challenged. Oh, man, that would have been a huge called strike there, but not indeed the reality. 2-1 count. Ramirez fires as that's going to be low. 3-1. Oh, man. 3-1 counts. Chandler trying to rally from the dugouts. Kristen saying, throw a strike, bro. 3-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That one was outside, so Ellie chased. Oh, man, that was huge. Running fastball looked like, I guess, a two-seamer. I don't really know the difference. 3-2 counts. Ramirez delivers. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. He struck him out. Ellie chased out of the zone. That was a huge breaking ball there. The Pirates keep the lead at 6-1. But one of the cheap seats, he was trying. He had a big swing and a miss there. As again, we head to the top of the 6th. The Pirates still lead 6-1. Curator with some scoring updates there. Phillies 3, Nationals 1 at the top of the 7th. Pardon me. Texas 4, Baltimore 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Miami 4, White Sox 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Rockies and Blue Jays 0-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The A's 4, Braves 1 in the bottom of the 4th. The Rays 1, Brewers nothing in the top of the 4th. Angels and the Cubs 0-0 in the top of the 3rd, as well as the Mets and the Cardinals in the top of 3rd 0-0. And the Red Sox Astros 0-0 in the bottom of the 1st. Off topic, Steelers have already given a Rodgers firm date for the decision pre-draft per Mr. Rooney. Well, so Bill, I heard the same thing, but I was actually told, I remember I thought I saw the reporting that they gave Rodgers a firm date like free agency, and apparently that was not the case. So I don't know. I'd like to believe it, we'll see. But yes, obviously, would love to find a decision right now. Actually, I think it's ridiculous. I'm a Steeler fan that wants him back. I know that's obviously a huge topic. Again, if you're, football season was crazy. I had a lot of people obviously had a lot of opinions on Rodgers and Will Howard and Mason Rudolph and all sorts of that. Again, we can all have our own opinions. That's fine. I am in the Rodgers camp. I think he's going to be. I thought he was our best option last year. I think he'd be our best option this year. But that being said, again, I'm kind of annoyed with what he's doing. But yeah, we'll see. As we're already back in action, first pitch is chopped to third, and it throws over to first for out number 1. Nick Gonzalez rounding out to start the top of the 6th. So again, Burke, the new pitcher for Cincinnati. As Joey Bart's going to come and play, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Pirates of the Reds, I must break you. I don't know about all that. All right, again, Joey Bart at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, 1-0. But yeah, I'd like to know a decision very soon. Because not sure who it would be. I guess it would be Will Howard. I don't know. 1-0 count to Bart. Here's the pitch. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. Needs to make his decision. Yep. Heard the Raiders would like to have Rodgers train Mendoza. Yep. I mean, that would be interesting. Rodgers, I think, would be. I don't know if he would do that, but Bart sends this to left. That would go foul again. This would be. I don't know. You think Brady would be the one helping Mendoza out? But I don't know. 1-2 to Joey Bart as he asks for time. Again, last year's numbers kind of disappointing compared to his previous year's numbers, where he had an OPS of 799 last year, only an OPS of 646. As again, the Pirates' offense last year, I'm sure many of you guys know, absolutely pathetic. Here's the 1-2, as that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out as he couldn't quite hold up in time. And that will bring up O'Neal Cruz. He was 2 for 2 with the home run. Again, had a solo shot earlier in this one, and it was cranked a long ways, as most of Cruz's home runs are. As here's the pitch to Cruz. That's inside. Ball 192 on the sinker. Yeah, last year he batted 200. That's what I thought. Just not a good year at the plate, as that's going to be inside 2-0. Yeah, again, everybody struggled last year for the Pirates. There was really no good batter. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, I think, was the best, and his OPS was in the low 700s. It was a mess last year. Here's the 2-0, as that's a chopper, and that one is going foul. And thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to leave a like, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Helps out small channels like mine a lot. Again, going to be back tomorrow for the final game of the series, Pirates and the Reds, as that one's going to be taken for a called strike. 2-2. Of course, we'll be doing 2 of the 3 Pirates-Orioles games. The home opener on Friday. I will not be doing the Saturday game, but we'll be sure to return on Sunday, as that's going to be inside, called strike 3. Disagree with the call. I think O'Neal does as well. But it is what it is. Pirates lead 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. This is like last year. There's a million theories about whether or not he would sign, and now we know he was pretty much signed the entire time. My guess is he's already agreed in principle. Honestly, you're probably right. I'm just tired of everyone talking about it, I guess. But yeah, you're probably right, Denny, honestly. My Steelers have to play quarterback. We'll be lucky to win 4 games. It would be a tough one, I think, unless he's just what everybody says he is, which I just have my doubts. Number 1 Brady, best quarterback of all time. Yeah, I know, sadly. Penguins 4, Red Wings 1. There we go. So the Penguins getting another goal, keeping it a 3-run baseball, 3-goal game, 3-point game. Got to get to the grocery tomorrow. Looks like fish sticks tonight. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not a fish stick guy. My wife loves fish sticks. I'm not a fish stick. I just don't like them. Bucks have 1 error, but do we have a no-hitter? No. No. Again, we've allowed a few. Wait. Do we? Do we actually have a no-hitter? Let me see if I can get out of this for a sec. Oh, we do. Okay, I don't know what I was doing. Well, yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, there you go. I didn't even realize that. Now that we talked about it, it's not going to happen. Huh. Okay. Well, it's not. We have a no-hitter. That's cool. Yeah, we have a lot of walks. We walked a lot of... So, again, Chandler walked 6 batters. So, that is how the Reds, again, they scored. Again, just an error by... Again, I don't know if they credit that to Cruz or Reynolds, as that's going to be a ground ball to short. Gonzalez is there, throws to first for out number 1 as Al Stewart quickly goes down. He's had a rough time today, as, again, everybody, I guess, has for the Reds. As that's going to bring up Eugenio Suarez, who is 0 for 2 in this one. Pardon me. I'm not either dog, but it's better than nothing. That is true. Hunter Barco going to be pitching here for the Pirates. ERA of 18. Again, he, I believe I think he was credited with the loss in the second Mets game. Want to know here to Suarez. As Barco delivers, that's going to be way outside. 2-0, 95 on the fastball. Hunter Barco wearing Garrett Cole's old number 45. 2-0 counts. Barco kicks and deals. That is going to be way inside. 3-0. He'll take Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph over Howard. I don't know about all that. I don't know. I think I'd rather play Howard than Rudolph. I still think Kenny got the short end of the stick, but it is what it is. As that 3-0 is going to make it 3-1 as that catches the top end of the zone. 3-1 count here to Eugenio Suarez. Again, here in the bottom of the 6th, Pirates 6, Reds 1. As Barco kicks and deals. That's a grounder to short. Gonzalez has it, throws to first for out number 2. Sounds good to you. There you go. He covered all 3 days, just day 1. Just day 1, Orville. But, you know, I'll probably keep up with it, I'm sure, during the weekend. Probably calling again Pirates games, most likely. Now batting is wait, no, we might have a pinch hitter. Yeah, we do. So Dane Myers going to be at the plate. I don't know if he has an at-bat. Dane Myers going to be taking Will Benson's spot. Myers, I guess he hasn't had a at-bat. They're showing last year's numbers with nothing else. Last year, OPS of 617, 6 homers. As Barco delivers. That's a breaking ball inside, 1-0. Too many walks, but look how many Reds were stranded. A lot, yep. Yep. 1-0 here to Myers. As Barco looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here is the pitch. That's going to be low. 2-0. 96 on the sinker. Second round pick in 2022. Definitely a lot of expectations for him. As here is the 2-0. That is right down the middle for a called strike. Pirates, of course, have a lot of young pitching prospects. Some have been hits, some have not. But, of course, the ones that have not, they've went elsewhere and have had success, as that's going to be low. 3-1. Definitely have the talent. It's just, can the Pirates unlock it? Again, it's like a 50-50 thing with these Pirates pitching prospects. Here's the 3-1. That is going to be in there for a called strike. Myers was on his way to first. That was definitely at the knees. Hope Kenny Pickett gets to revive his career. I think he still can be a good quarterback. We'll see. Again, he's with Carolina now, so, you know, Bryce Young, he struggles. Again, he's kind of, he's still iffy. I know they made the playoffs, but he still wasn't really the reason they made the playoffs. Here is the 3-2 to Myers. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Myers wants to check it. I'll go ahead and see. I don't know if this is really wise. That looked pretty good. Oh, yeah, it's not even close. So the Reds' challenges tonight were just pretty bad. So the Reds, they're done with the challenges. We head to the top of the 7th. The Pirates lead 6-1. How's it going, Anthony? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning back in. Nightbot said like it. Yeah, like Nightbot does some work for the channel. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for that. Right now in the poll, 53% of you guys with the Reds, 47% with the Pirates. I have to change the poll soon. We'll see. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Again, we'll be doing a lot of baseball, of course, a lot of Pirates baseball, but we also will bounce around Major League Baseball in the process. So don't hesitate to subscribe. It is free. No bill will be sent to you. Think of it more as a follow on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. So make sure, again, to do that. It is, again, completely free as we, again, trying to grow the baseball part of the channel. Football is the main part of the channel. So, again, if you're also an NFL fan, that is where the success of the channel, and that's where most of the subscribers have came from, the NFL and college football. So, yeah, make sure, again, to do it. Subscribe. It is free. But, again, I'll be back tomorrow, 12:40 Eastern, 11:40 Central, the Pirates and the Reds for Game 3. Again, unsure how Thursday's going to be. I don't know if I'll be able to call a game or not on Thursday. Friday, Pirates-Orioles. That is probably, again, the only game I'll call that day. Saturday, got 2 March Madness games, the Final Four, doing both of those. So I'll miss the Pirates-Orioles, and then, of course, I'll return to the Pirates on Sunday for the conclusion of the Pittsburgh-Baltimore series. Nick York at the plate, as that's going to be inside ball 1. Nick York is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. You like Marco? ERA's 9. Well, it's early, Williams, so you know that ERA could go down. I'm sure it will. As that is sent to center. It looks like Myers is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. How do you feel about Max Crosby staying with the Raiders and not going to the Ravens? I mean, I thought the Ravens were kind of bums about it, but, you know, it is what it is. I think the Ravens overpaid for Crosby, too. They were... I laughed at the deal. I thought they were stupid, but I think they realized that they were stupid, too. And that's why they backed out, so... But, yeah, I mean... Yeah, it would have been obviously another weapon for the Ravens as that misses outside 1-0. But it wouldn't really have moved the needle as much as people think. I think that's more of a social media thing where everyone's like, oh, the Ravens, well, yeah, they're going to be so good. Yeah, it wouldn't have really changed anything. That one misses upstairs 2-0 to Jake Mangum. Again, 1 for 3 on the night. No hitter. Yes, sir, it is. Appreciate you calling ST for tuning in. That's going to be outside 3-0. 3-0 here to Jake Mangum. And we're here to the top of the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. Pittsburgh leading 6-1. As Burke delivers, that's going to be low. Ball 4. Mangum walks. Running out of room here on this paper. I'm going to need to buy an actual baseball score sheet. That would be pretty cool. Ryan O'Hearn's going to come to the plate here. 1 for 2. With a walk, and of course his one hit was a 3-run shot. 3-run home run for Ryan O'Hearn. Here's the pitch to O'Hearn. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Catcher checks on Mangum. Mangum is not running. Score 4 more. We got to save those runs for tomorrow. I don't think I'll complain, though. Obviously, that's not how it works, but it feels like it sometimes. 0-1 count. Burke delivers. That's a grounder to third. Hayes has it. Throws to second. There's 1 and 2. A double play. All right, 7th inning stretch as the Pirates still lead 6-1. Let you go ahead and see what's this happening. Again, grounder to Hayes. Pretty easy play there to Cruz. Or Dela Cruz, I should say. And then Stewart. Especially these new graphics. My favorite way to ingest baseball game is when you guys streaming the graphics. I'm sure some boomers think, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, again, you can actually, I'm not sure they actually have one for Pirates Reds, but, you know, they'll you know, for football, basketball, baseball, like, some dude is just having MLB The Show stream, and people are thinking, like, that's the game. And it's like, you know that is only interesting for either the little kids, you know, that play the game. Again, I play the game MLB Show, but I'm not going to watch a simulation of the game. So the kids that just like MLB The Show, seeing, like, who would win in the hypothetical matchup, right? Not the hypothetical, but, you know, just the actual matchup. Or, again, yeah, people that just have lost their vision over the years and are watching. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all good. Yeah, vibes of your boomer crew. Oh, for sure. Yeah, totally get it. But yeah, it's definitely like you see like 80 people or 90 people in there. It's like, yeah, you guys are all probably old, and that's not the actual game. Hate to break it to you. Anyway, the Phillies lead 3-2 over the Nationals on the top of the 8th. Rangers 7, Baltimore 3, as of course the True Raider just mentioned. Marlins 4, White Sox 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The bottom of the 5th, the Blue Jays lead 2-0 over the Rockies. Bottom of the 5th, the A's lead 5-1 over the Braves. Top of the 5th, Rays 2, Brewers 0. 0-0 there in Chicago as the Cubs host the Angels as they enter the bottom of the 4th. And top of the 4th, Cardinals lead 2-0 over the Mets. And then the Astros 1, Red Sox 0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure again to leave a like. And of course, subscribe. It is free. As first pitch to Marte is a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Marte has walked in both of his appearances tonight. See that this thing is a laggy mess now as that one's in there for a called strike. 0-2. Might have to, I don't know, I'll just deal with it, I guess, for now. An 0-2 count here to Marte. Noel V. Marte still looking for his first of the season. In fact, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Reds are. They have yet to record a hit as that one misses low. 1-2. Thank you for the update from the scoreboard. Didn't hear you. Gotcha. No problem, Brannigan. Thank you very much for tuning in. As here is the 1-2. That is outside 2-2. No hitter. But yet the Reds have left 5 on. Here's the 2-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Hunter Barco, I guess technically, again, back-to-back strikeouts. As that'll bring up Jose Trevino again, 0 for 1 with a walk. Again, that's a lot of walks here tonight for the Reds. They've gotten on. They just have not been able to really do a lot of damage. Now, of course, again, no hits. As Barco delivers, that's going to be low for 1-0. Showing off Cruz and Reynolds. Of course, again, they collided out there and left. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be, well, it's going to be over everybody's head. 2-0. Barco, a little bit wild. Kind of look like Chandler. Again, Chandler could look like $1 million, but also was just missing wildly. Hunter Barco might have the same issue. As here is the 2-0. That's going to be hits, and that is going to get through. And the Reds get their first hits as it comes in here in the bottom of the 7th. Jose Trevino gets his first hit of the season. Again, the Reds' first hit of the game. As that will bring up Brian Hayes, who was 0 for 1, reached on an error and, of course, walked. Reds get a hit in the last bat. Don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Good luck to your Pirates, but go Cubs. Appreciate you, Rob, for tuning in. Good to see you, Robert. Here's the pitch. That is outside, 1-0. Yeah, we'll see how the Pirates can do. I think, again, they can be competing for a wild card spot, but obviously they gotta put up some runs, and luckily they have tonight. As here's the 1-0. That is inside 2-0. I'm not following there, Brandon. Yeah, dang it, I know, Kristen. Probably talked about it a little too much. I'm not one, though, that believes in those, rules. But, yep, I'm sure the crowd hates me now talking about it. In my defense, the Pirates broadcast was talking about it. Here's the 2-0. That's a chopper. Chopper to short. Gonzalez throws to second, gets the force, as Hayes was already at first. So, again, that's a fielder's choice. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Hayes is at first. And that'll bring up T.J. Friedel, who was 1 for 2 with the walk. You're getting in your way. Well, that's not good. You should probably get out of your way. No more no-hitter. I know. That's just the way it goes. Again, T.J. Friedel at the plate. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Friedel with the tough start was batting 118 to enter the game. And again, of course, 0 for 2 and a walk tonight. So just not the best starts. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be on the outside corner, but it's not called a strike. Not going to challenge it. Looks like Sam Mole is out there for the Reds. He's a lefty. Another lefty for the Reds. They're just going, everyone's a lefty for the Reds tonight. Here's the 1-1. That is chopped, and that is going foul. One and 2 counts. Runner on first, 2 outs. Barco, most likely his last inning. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball in the dirt. Handled very well by Bartz. A little more movement from beyond the plate. Again, behind the plate. Last year covering the Pirates. Again, only did 77 games for the Pirates last year. Again, a little bit lower than what I plan on doing over 100 for the Pirates this year. 100, 120. But last year, Bart was just absolutely pathetic behind the plate. Here's the 2-2. That is outside 3-2. Just felt like he mailed it in. I was really hating, honestly. I just genuinely didn't like his work ethic. It seemed non-existent, but that was pretty impressive. 3-2 count. Barco sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside ball 4 as TJ walks for his second time tonight. Just got back from hanging out with friends. Oh, yeah, appreciate you, CB. Yeah, no problem. Hey, friends are great. It's been a while since well, no, that's a lie. Last week, hung out with some friends. Matt McClain at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Barco looking back at second. Here is the pitch. That is going to be outside, 1-0. Barco now having trouble. You saw a combined no-hitter by the Braves in the early 90s. Nice. He thinks the Pirates are going to mop the deck with the Reds. I hope so. We'll see. Reds kind of threatening here with 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 as that's going to be sent to right. Is it playable? It will not. As it goes out of play to become a souvenir. Hold the line. We'll see, Reggie. Appreciate you for tuning in. Congo. Oh, man, they beat Jamaica. That's tough. Why does Brian Hayes have 0 batting average? That's just the way it is. Go Pirates. Oh, yeah. 1-1 counts. Barco sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside 2-1. If you like walks, this is the game for you. Again, 7 walks for the Reds tonight. That is how they've got on base. Only 1 hit. So that explains the only, the 1 run. So that's going to be in there for a called strike. Of course, again, they didn't even score on that hit. That was just a few moments ago. Again, they scored the run due to an error. Again, not sure if they credited Reynolds or Cruz. I imagine it was Cruz. Again, to me, it looked like Cruz was the guilty party. As here's the 2-2. That is outside and low. 3-2. Count is full again. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Pirates leading 6-1. The Reds again trying to dig into this lead. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a... Oh, pardon me. It's going to be fouled to right. What am I talking about? Walk City, yep. Shouldn't pay the price for not winning their CONCACAF qualifying. Yeah, losing to Curaçao. Yeah, they were just... Jamaica always falls short. Again, 3-2. Count is full. Barco sets. And fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good stuff by Barco as we head to the top of the 8th. The Pirates still lead 6-1. Score some more points. Well, 6 runs is a lot of runs. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll see a lot of years. Of course, the strikeouts. 95.5 miles. No, actually, that was the foul ball. I don't know if they actually... Anyway, it's whatever. All right, another scoreboard update. The Rangers lead the Orioles 7-3 in the bottom of the 8th. The Phillies clinging to a 3-2 lead over the Nationals in the bottom of the 8th. The Marlins lead 6-2 over the White Sox. The A's lead 5-2 over the Braves. Blue Jays 2, Rockies 1, Rays 2, Brewers nothing. Again, the Angels Cubs 0-0. The Cardinals 2, Mets nothing, and the Astros lead the Red Sox 1-0. Another K. Oh yeah, we got a lot of them. Doing a great job. Well, thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. Again, folks, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to leave a like and of course subscribe to the channel. It is free to do so. I promise. We're at 73 likes. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Again, it'd be great to get to 100. Would help out, again, future streams for me covering baseball. Just tells YouTube, hey, this guy might not have a lot of subscribers, but people are liking his content. So it just moves me up when it comes to baseball content. Of course, football, I'm already kind of moving my way up there anyway without the lack, even with the lack of a big channel, subscriber base. That was really fun. Again, looking forward to that again this year. But again, I'll be back tomorrow, 12:40 Eastern Time for Game 3, Pirates and the Reds. Hopefully, it's a series decider. Would be nice for the Pirates to hold on. But we'll see. Again, still got 2 more innings to go. Highlighting regard, but they actually got through Cameroon to Nigeria just to make the playoffs. Wow, that is very impressive, honestly. Barco's good in getting his ERA down. Oh, yeah. I agree with Ricky. Oh, thank you, Drago. Anyway, going to the games. If you guys go to the games, hang out with Mr. Steelers. Appreciate you for tuning in. I think Williamson is going to the Saturday one, if I recall. Sam Mole sees that pitch in there for a strike. Brian Reynolds at the plate, 1 for 3. His 1 hit is a home run. As Mole delivers, that's going to be outside 1-1. Again, 1 for 3 with a home run. It was first home run of the season. Hopefully his first of many. Would be nice to see him get 25 home runs this year. I think that should be a good goal for him, as the cameraman was just shaking the camera. I don't know what the heck happened. That's a called strike. I don't know what that was all about. Camera guy just decided to move everything. It was all over the screen. Or, just everything was moving. Call a boxing match. Probably doesn't happen. Probably does not happen. 1-2 as Mole sets. Rocks and fires. Reynolds sends this to right, but that one is slicing foul. Doc is good. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. Still a long way to go as far as perfecting the art of play-by-play. 1-2 count. Mole sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside 2-2. Of course, I got to learn how to keep the conversation going. And obviously, I don't have a color guy with me, so I don't have, it's just me, just to play-by-play. So I got to try to learn how to do more color. I got to be both, but of course, usually the chat is, my color guy. You guys are my partner in crime as we get through this. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased the ball out of the zone. He struck him out. Hold him with the changeup. That'll bring up Marcell Ozuna. Again, has had a horrible time really to begin the year. 0 for 3 in this one. Lawrenceville to PNC with Butler. Nice. Noise. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. That's going to be in there for a called strike at the knees. Oh, 1 counts. Mole sets. And fires. That is way outside. 1-1. Slow game. That's where we come in. Oh, yeah. It's... Well, again, I still try to get to the chat regardless. I know that's... Especially when I was first starting out, we had a lot of people saying, 6 the game, don't talk to us. Like, okay. Why did you just chat then? That's going to be outside 2-1. Yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted to get involved with the chat. Again, the 99% of the chat is always great. Like, you guys are awesome. Again, it's pretty cool that people just tune in regardless. That is neat. When Skeed's pitching pitches tomorrow, Henry. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, he'll pitch tomorrow for the series finale. 2-1 count. Mole sets and fires as that misses outside 3-1. Good old chat room. It's a great chat. The community here is awesome. Football, baseball, getting good. Okay. 1 or 2 sports. Yeah. I know. Here's the 3-1 is Ozuna with a chopper. Chopper to second. McLean has it, throws to first for out number 2 as Ozuna's struggles continue. That'll bring up Brandon Lau, who's 0 for 3 again. Not really great against lefties. That's just, honestly, they should probably, to protect his stats, maybe it would inflate his ego, I don't know, but probably don't need to put him out there against lefties. It just doesn't work. Can you shout out Bubba from Virginia? Shout out Bubba from Virginia. Appreciate you, Bubba. Henry thinks you're awesome. And you probably are. All right, 0-1 count here to Lau. Again, 0 for 3 on the night. As Mole sets. And fires. That is outside 1-1. Throws into that absolute missiles with... Yeah, I guess so. I appreciate you, Marshall. That is great. Great color commentary, Marshall. You're a legend. Appreciate you, man. 1-1. Here's the pitch as Lau sends this to left. That one is going foul. How many games do you see? So I've actually never been to PNC. Again, I'm Pennsylvania born but live in Texas. So I've seen 2 Pirates games. One at Arlington. That was back in 2019. And then Minute Maid in 2020. I don't know if it was 4 or 5. I genuinely cannot remember. Probably 24. As here's the 1-2 as that's poked to center. Looks like that's going to be caught there by Dane Myers for out number 3. All right, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Pirates 6, Reds 1. Let's see. Pirates nearing the finish line. Yeah, maybe. Answer questions. I do, Henry. All right, Henry, you better chill out, buddy. Where is Skeens? Skeens is waiting for tomorrow. All right, Henry, I'm going to keep my eye on you. Keep my eye on you, buddy. Let's go, Red Legs. Appreciate you, Triple G, for tuning in. Yeah, not looking good for the Reds tonight. But they still, again, it's still not over for sure. Communication with you. Oh no, again, I appreciate you guys, Drago. Again, I genuinely believe it's really cool that people tune in to watch me watch a game. Of course, I try, of course, to make it entertaining with that classic style. That's what I go for, obviously, with the radio style play-by-play. That's what I go for. Baseball terms. Played for 18 years. Oh, no, you're right. I know. Again, I try not to, try to keep it clean. I know it's a term legit, but it could be taken a different way, I guess. But again, appreciate you, Marshall. All your exes live in Texas. Okay, did you let Ben Roethlisberger autograph? No, I've never met Ben Roethlisberger. Would like to, though. Skeens will be unhittable tomorrow. I hope so. I hope so. Hopefully it was a, hopefully he just took the bag from, like, Vegas and, just, everyone picked Skeens to have a good start, so it's like, all right, hopefully he just took the bag and had a bad start on purpose. Appreciate you, Miss Tammy. Good to see you. Let's go, Pirates. Good to see you. You're welcome. No, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, Henry. Looks like you're chill now, so that's good to see. All right, we're back in action as Ellie De La Cruz going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 3. That's going to be outside ball 1. You're famous. I don't know that. Dear Congo will be put to the same group of Portugal, Colombia, and Uzbekistan. That's a tough group, as that is going to be hits, and then it's going to be popped up and foul, 1-1. So Barker out there actually for the 8th inning. We'll see how he does here. I imagine long-term, they want to make him a starter, but obviously, again, the Pirates with a, solid young group of pitchers, as that's going to be missing in a way, 2-1. Let's see, glad to have MLB back in. Thank you for the calls. Go Braves. Appreciate you, Rick, for tuning back in. Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you, man. As that's sent to right. And it's at the wall. That one is gone. Oh, it just kept going. Ellie De La Cruz with a home run as the lead. Oh, man, I didn't think it was going to go. I thought it was going to be like at the warning track. It just kept going. Makes the lead 6-2. Again, this game far from over. You could say the Reds are due for some hits. That's only their second one. Again, thank you, Miss Tammy. Appreciate it. Thank you, Pit Dad. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. W's in the chat for Pit Dad, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Thank you very much. You are a legend. All right, again, Sal Stewart at the plate is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, 1-1. Sal Stewart has struck out looking, struck out swinging, and grounded out earlier. Here is the 1-1, as that's going to be sent to right center. That one might be going. Mangum at the wall, gone. Just. Oh, man, Mangum made a nice effort at the wall, trying to bring it back. But back-to-back jacks by the Reds have made this a field goal game, 6-3, nothing but field goals. Boswell and McPherson going at it. Looks like it may be time to lift Barco. I hope they had somebody out in the pen, but we'll see if they were prepared, as Eugenio Suarez is 0 for 3 in this one. You be doing this ESPN? Oh, yeah, appreciate it. I'd rather just, I don't know, I'd rather work for NFL Network or anyone else but ESPN, to be honest. I can't stand them anymore. But I guess I watch every now and then. Swing and a miss, by the way, to Suarez, 0-1. Barco looks to settle down. Here's the pitch, and Suarez sends this to left, and that one is foul. Nice catch there by the ball boy out there. How the ball stay fair? I don't know. That was close. 0-1 count here to Suarez. Barco delivers. Check to swing. Did he go? He went. Or no, he did not. Oh, Suarez clearly went. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if the first base umpire was paying attention. Suarez was walking back to the dugouts. He thought it was a strikeout. Kelly's letting him know about it. Oh, Kelly just got thrown out. Kelly just got thrown out of the game. He was just in the dugout. Oh, my gosh. He didn't even come out on the field. Kelly didn't even come out on the field. He just said, watch the game. And he got thrown out. Unbelievable. Reds fans are loving it. I mean, the umpire's laughing. I mean, I don't know. Again, what are they actually saying? I don't know. But that is unbelievable. Again, Suarez checked his swing. Shown on the replay, clearly went. Suarez was going back to his dugout because he thought it was strike three. Unbelievable. So Don Kelly is done. He has been ejected. He said, let's go. Watch the game. Oh my gosh. And the umpire said, that's it. Oh my gosh. Barco again wanted to count to Suarez. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit to right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Mangun with a great play, though, to keep it from being a double. But the Reds clearly with the momentum. Barco falling apart. As again, maybe the Pirates are as well. Kelly again ejected from the ball game after a terrible call by the first base umpire. And it looks like Barco is going to be making his exit as well. Oh my goodness! Again, that's why you can never say this game is over. Still got plenty of baseball left. Barco pitched pretty well, but looks like he was out there for an inning too long. Oh, sorry about the chat. Close with a 5-run lead. Yep, there you go. Rick called it. McPherson used to be better. Yeah, no, he has definitely declined. You guys have about to win. I don't know. CRC, yeah, can't say it. You're subbing. Appreciate you, Henry. I feel like Pirates fans should be, subbing to the channel. That's just, it's just me, though. But anyway, bring Skeens, and I don't think you can do that. Bring in Santana, hopefully for the 9th. Trisk saying the Reds will win 8-6. This is the year delays Pirates taste some baseball. I don't know. We'll see. Congrats on 7,400. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we hit that yesterday. It was really cool. Just let ABS call balls and strikes. Let the umps call tags and foul balls. Yeah, again, I'm still not really an ABS guy. I mean, that was a check swing. That was a check swing that the umpire just wasn't looking, I guess. I don't know. He clearly went. Oh, man. Yeah, not sure who they're bringing in here. Looks like it is Dennis Santana. Santana's going to be out there for the 8th. Looking to keep this a 3-run ball game. And Dane Myers will be at the plate. He struck out. He replaced Will Benson earlier. Santana has been pretty good. Already pitched 3 games, though. That's a little bit of a concern. So this will be his 4th game. Don't want to overuse somebody. Henry's the best defense, but yeah, no bat. Yeah, exactly, Bill. You saw tomorrow's paper? Oh, man. You and Marty McFly, huh? All right, Myers at the plate. Santana sets as he kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, don't want to overuse Santana, but, we'll see. Oh, man. Oh, man. 0-1 count. Santana looks back at first. Santana fires. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. What a sequence of events here late in this one. Entering the bottom of the 8th, 6-1. Everything's good. Then back-to-back jacks there by Dela Cruz and Stewart, making this a 3-run game. And, of course, that is going to be hit to right center. That is going to get down. Mangum is there. Mangum throws it in. And, ooh, it gets away there from Lau, but the runner's going to be on the corners. Trouble in Cincinnati for Pittsburgh. Noelvi Marte's going to be at the plate. He's walked twice and has struck out. Oh, my goodness. The band played on, yep. Oh, my goodness. Again, Noelvi Marte has not recorded a hit this year. He is 0 for 7. Tying run to the plate, yep. Just a little concern against Santana. Obviously, is great, but using him already in his 4th game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Shout out to Queens Lake Middle School baseball team in Virginia. Gotcha. Appreciate you again, Henry, for tuning in. 1-0 count to Marte. Santana sets. Kicks and deals. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. 1-1 now to Marte. Wow. I can't believe it. I guess I can. I should. 1-1 counts. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Jose Trevino on deck. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low. As it's 2-1. Then he can barely keep his eyes open, covering his eyes over there. Calling it Santana. Somebody's listening, but I don't know. I don't know if it was the right call. We'll see. Here's the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Man. Penalty kicks. Yep. Losing on PKs. Italy is a dumpster fire now. And maybe the Pirates will join them here late in this one. 2-2 count. Santana looks over at first. Santana sets, kicks, and deals. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. Oh, my gosh. 4 straight hits, yep. It's interesting how a game can turn on a dime. I'm telling you, that's why you play the whole game. You know, it's why you play 60 minutes of football. You play your 2 halves of basketball. We saw that with UConn Duke this weekend. Saw that with the Giants Broncos. Of course, plenty of comebacks in the NFL and all that. And here's the 2-2. That's going to be popped up. Shallow infield. Gonzalez is under it and makes the catch for a big out number 1. Much needed, as the double play ball is now Santana's best friend. Looks like we might have a pinch hitter. We will. So Trevino is done. I imagine Stevenson will finish the game there for Trevino. Don't know who the pinch hitter is. Don't think it's Stevenson. That is someone else. Trying to see the name. I don't see it. Looks like it's a Lau. So all right, there's another Lau in baseball. So many Laus, by the way. Didn't hear the first name, but Lau will be pinch hitting. Texas leads 7-3. Wow, Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Not quite anymore. This is what happens when you say no hitter too many times, like Beetlejuice. I guess so. Let's go, Pirates. Come on. Look at you, Shaman. You're killing it. The Pirates have a good closer. Santana, I thought was a closer, but apparently not. Santana sets and fires. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike 95 on the fastball. Like number Lynn Swan plus Gary Anderson. 91. 91 would have been Aaron Smith in the 2000s. I don't know if there was a 91 in the... Did Greg Lloyd wear 91? Or did he wear something else? 0-1 count. Santana sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that is going to be foul. Oh, man, I guess I can't hide how nervous I am with the call. Oh, my gosh. Look like the Pirates may have entered tomorrow with a, hey, you know, took a game. Series decider with Skeens on the hill. Not so fast, says Cincinnati. Santana fires. That's going to be cranked, and that's going to be fouled back. 0-2 yet again. Again, 1 out. Runners on the corners. Pirates clinging to a 3-run lead. Had a 5-run, but the first 2 batters of the inning sent the balls to Narnia. Deli Cruz again with the home run. Sal Stewart with the home run to lead it off. Here's the 0-2. Check this swing. Did he go? Did he go? He did not. Man, that was close. Not as... Again, it is what it is. 1-2 count. Santana sets, rocks, and fires. Checked his swing, did not go. 2-2. Oh, Anderson was 1. Oh, I thought he was 3. Oh, Jeff Reed. Saying no hitter is equivalent to Fight Club. You don't talk about both? Oh, wow. Stu's made a Cinderella plan based on your internet research. Yep. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch as that's going to be fouled back, and Lau continues to fight it off. Oh, man. Narnia line was solid. I probably overdo it. Anything that goes way out of play is Narnia to me. 2-2. Santana sets, kicks, and deals. That is inside, ball 3. And the count is full. Santana, 16 pitches. He's sweating. We're all sweating. Pirates and Reds fans alike. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. And Lau, diving catch! Throws it to first for the double play. What a play by Brandon Lau, robbing Lau of an RBI hit. The Pirates escape the bottom of the 8th with a 6-3 lead. What a play by Brandon Lau. Full extension. You can kind of see it in a way. And, of course, the runner was going. Man, what a play by Brandon Lau. Again, he struggled today. Obviously, lefty versus lefty is not the same as he is against a righty. But that was an insane dive by Brandon Lau to keep the Pirates in the lead. Well, they would have still been in the lead, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, geez. What a play. Game-saving play. There can only be one Lau. Yep. The umpire called him safe. This guy. Thank you guys for tuning in, folks. Again, we're going to the top of the 9th. Pirates leading 6-3. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow for, again, the conclusion of the series. Will, of course, be hopefully a series decider. Obviously, again, the Pirates kind of reeling at the moment, as the Reds are kind of hot on the offense. But yeah, again, I'll be back tomorrow. The game is played at 12:40 Eastern Time, 11:40 Central. So hopefully you'll join me for the 3rd and final game of the Reds. I'll be back on for the Pirates this Friday for the home opener, Pirates-Orioles. Sunday as well. Saturday I'll be calling both March Madness games. Thursday, unsure what I'm calling. I don't know if I will call anything on Thursday. We'll see. Again, it's going to be mostly Pirates, but we will bounce around. And, of course, if you are an NFL fan, we're going to call, again, 3 games every Sunday. One, of course, will be the Steelers. And, of course, Monday night, Thursday night, and, of course, the Steelers. If they play on Monday night, Thursday night, or have a bye, then it's 3 games that could be, again, the Bengals or just whatever or whatever. We'll see again. We do call everybody at least once. So make sure to subscribe. It is free. Think of it more as a follow, not an actual subscription. It is, again, free. Think of it as follow, like on Instagram, Twitter. And, again, let your baseball friends know. Let your sports friends know. And thank you very much, Miss Tammy. Appreciate it. Dodge the bullet. Yep. Never easy as a Pittsburgh fan. Exactly. Why it's hard to watch a ball game these days. That's just the way it works, I guess. As that's going to be in there for a called strike. I don't like it either. Again, preaching to the choir. I totally understand. Looks like the Pirates are challenging a call. That one looked good to me. Again, Nick Gonzalez at the plate, 1 for 3. Pierce Johnson, the pitcher for the Reds, 5.40 ERA. That one is indeed a strike, catching the top part of the zone. Pens winner, Carolina lose. Nice. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be sent to right, and that one is going foul. 0-2. By the way, from Cincy, it's supposed to be to rain here for 4 days, maybe Thursday night. Thursday might see some sun. Really interesting. Hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow. 0-2 count. Johnson sets. Kicks and deals. That's a breaking ball outside. 1-2. And Gonzalez 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch, as that's a chopper, and that's going foul. Or stand out enough in a non-Steelers Sunday window. Well, yeah, again, we might be doing more of the bigger games. The Sunday window, we did the non-big game, but we'll be changing that up this year. We'll see. Again, I'll get everybody, I assure you. Here's the 1-2, and Gonzalez sends this to left center. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Myers is there to throw it in, and Speedy Gonzalez on with another single. 2 for 4. That's pretty good. Good stuff, Nick. Chased out of the zone, but still good contact. As that'll bring up Joey Bart, who is 0 for 2 and a walk. Storm starts tonight at 3. Oh, man. Well, I mean, if it's moved to Thursday, then it's not the worst for me, but I don't know how that's going to... I don't know. We'll see. All right, Johnson sets. Runner on first, nobody out. Actually, this is not Joey Bart. We have a pinch hitter. This is Spencer Horwitz. Here's the pitch to Horwitz. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So Horwitz relieves Bart. And Horwitz yesterday was 0 for 4. Yeah, Horwitz... no, was he? I don't even know. Let me double check. 0-1 count. Johnson sets, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. That's in there anyway for a called strike. No, Horwitz was 1 for 4 yesterday. Got his first hit of the season. Yeah, that didn't sound right. 0-2 count. Is Horwitz going to ask for time again? Runner on first, nobody out. Skeens will kick butt tomorrow, hopefully. They change the business day games. I think it's the day game thing, they got to travel or whatnot. Here's the 0-2, and that's right down the middle. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Don't know what that was all about. That was a terrible at-bat. That'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, who's 2 for 3, including, of course, a solo shot earlier. Never enough runs, yep. Johnson sets, looks over at first. And delivers as that is sent to right. High fly ball. And that's gone. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. It was so high, I thought it would probably land inside, but no. It got the height and the distance. O'Neal Cruz, his second home run of the day. And the Pirates lead 8-3. That may have been the dagger. We'll see, though, of course. But O'Neal Cruz sending a cruise missile. As that will bring up Nick York. He was over 2 with a sacrifice fly. Pirates leading 8-3. Got a safety out of that. Here's the pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner for a called strike. That is nice. Looks like P has got this one. I'll be cutting out for now. Appreciate you, Drago. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see you. Have a good night. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be in there for a called strike on the breaking ball. 0-2. Been here since October and love hearing Dr. Lay. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. I didn't realize it was October. I thought you joined around like Christmas, or at least that's when you're more active in the chat. So thank you very much, Miss Tammy. Here's the 0-2. Check this swing. That is outside 1-2. 2-1 night, yep. Insurance runs, yep. We needed it. 1-2 count. Triple G not liking it. Triple G not liking it at all as Johnson fires, and that's going to be outside 2-2. 86 on the curveball. Wow. Cruz needs a DH. I completely agree. He needs offense every game. Yeah, I mean, if we get this, I mean, this is more like the offense we saw against New York in the opening game, and yeah, it'd be nice to have this all the time. Here's the 2-2. That's a grounder to second. And that'll be thrown to first for out number 2. Of course, I know that's not how it works. Baseball is, again, random. It's hard to hit a baseball. That's why the batting averages, I mean, you hit the successful. If you hit it one of every 3 times, I get it. But yeah, you know, it'd be nice to learn how to hit and be more consistent at it. That's what makes, you know, a good team to a great team, or a good player to a great player. Jake Mangum going to be at the plate. He is 1 for 3 with the walk. Johnson delivers. That's going to be a curveball outside, 1-0. Go Pirates. Oh, yeah. Hope you save the receipt for that terrible towel. This guy, wee day, son. Appreciate you again, Triple G, for tuning in. Hopefully, again, it is a series decider tomorrow. I still want to say it's over, but I do like the score line, at least, entering the bottom of the 9th. Good to see you, Chris, again. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like number 97. Again, folks, we're just a few likes away from 100. That helps out small channels like mine, as it tells YouTube, hey, this guy is a small channel, but hey, he's getting, people like what he's selling, which I'm selling nothing. Again, it's just a play-by-play. So make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. It is free as we attempt to grow the baseball part of this channel. Again, more of a football channel, but, again, we'll be doing a lot of baseball this summer. Here's the 2-1, as that's a swing and a miss, a ball in the dirt. In fact, it got behind the catcher. I believe that Stevenson actually can't confirm. I know Trevino was pinch hit for earlier. Again, thank you, Miss Tammy, very much. I appreciate it. The live chat, yeah, appreciate it again, CB. 2-2 count to Mangum as Johnson sets. And fires. That is way upstairs. Oh, my gosh. And that count is full here to, again, Jake Mangum, who's been a, I don't know, pretty neat acquisition. Can be pretty good. I think, again, last year, had into the 290s. He's got some speed. He hustles. Three and 2 counts. Show him the dugout there. Again, no more Don Kelly. Again, he was ejected earlier as Mangum grounded to third. Hayes has it. Throws to first for out number 3. So we head to the top of the, or pardon me, the bottom of the 9th. Pardon me, the bottom of the 9th. The Pirates leading by 5, 8-3 over the Reds. Inching closer, yep. Game of numbers, yep. Very much. Again, very much. Thank you very much, Miss Tammy. Steelers got rid of Tomlin. Yeah, no, I completely agree. We'll see, of course, how it goes. All right, possibly one final scoring check from across Major League Baseball. Final scores, the Rangers over the Orioles 8-5. So the Rangers now 4-1, Orioles 2-3. Phillies squeaking out a win against the Nationals 3-2. Phillies go to 2-3. The Nationals fall to 3-2. The Marlins going to 4-1 with a 9-2 win over the White Sox. White Sox now 1-4. A's lead the Braves 5-2. Blue Jays leading the Rockies 4-2. The Brewers lead the Rays 5-2 in the top of the 7th. The Cardinals lead the Mets 2-0. The Angels lead the Cubs 2-0, and then the Astros lead the Red Sox 3-1. Again, folks, make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back on tomorrow for the final game of the series between the Pirates and the Reds. Hopefully, again, there's no rain out. That would be kind of a bummer. But, and again, hopefully that is the rubber match. Hopefully that is, hey, the Pirates have a chance to win their first series of the season. Decent pitching should close it out. I know. I mean, 5-run lead. That is plenty, right? Plenty of runs. Gregory Soto is going to come out for the 9th inning, and he will face Brian Hayes, who actually does very well against lefties. So I guess they're banking on getting him out. TJ Friedel's a lefty. McLean's a righty. Ellie he struggles against lefties as well, so we'll see. You're as good as Block and Brown. Appreciate it. I definitely love Greg Brown. He is one of my favorites. So that is high praise. Thank you, Aubrey. As Soto delivers, that is in there for a called strike. Would be great to meet Greg Brown. Yeah, I do like Joe Block as well, but Greg Brown is my favorite for sure. That's going to be ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit again. Ke'Bryan getting his first hit of the season. As, again, I did mention he's a lot better against lefties. But the lefties are not as common as righties. That's why, again, he struggles at the plate. TJ Friedel going to be at the plate. He's a lefty. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Like and sub to a Pirates Steelers fan. Thanks for the play-by-play. Thank you again, Triple G. Hey, man, again, I'm sure I'll cover some more Reds games in the near future. But again, I mean, obviously the Bengals and the Steelers play twice a year, and of course, again, the Bengals will be getting some night games, so I'm sure this will not be the last time we interact. I might be slightly more toxic when it comes to football season. I just want to let you know, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I usually try to be chill with everybody, as that's a ground ball to short. Possible double play. Gonzalez throws a second. Oh, the throw's wild, but Lau with a great catch, only able to get the one out. So I don't know what happened there with Gonzalez. Well, he kind of panicked. Gonzalez, I don't know. He had trouble getting out of his glove, yeah. And actually the ball was headed straight to Ke'Bryan. And Lau kind of saved Brian Hayes from taking a ball to the stomach. Jeez. That's going to bring up Matt McLean, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Matt McLean is 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts and a walk. Yes, we need a holiday back. 103. Thank you guys for the likes. That's awesome. 0-1 count. Soto sets. Looks over at first and fires, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Santana should have stayed in. Yeah, I don't know about that. Again, he's been used too much. Ghost. I'm not too sure there on the Scooby-Doo there, Mike. Well, I've been a Steelers fan. I was born in 96. The earliest memory of the Steelers is 0-2. As that actually hit his foot, as Soto plunks McLean in the foot. So Soto having some struggles here. 2 base runners. I don't know. That's going to bring up Ellie De La Cruz. Again, he does struggle against lefties. He's better from the left side of the plate facing a righty. But Ellie did homer. It's 1 for 4 in this one. Soto fires, as that's going to be low. 1-0. Again, thank you very much, Trisk. Yes, 100 likes for baseball game. That's great. We lost to Portugal 2-0. Yeah, the USA, man, it's not looking good. Here's the 1-0. That's a chopper to short. Gonzalez throws to third and gets him out for a huge out, number 2. Good stuff by Gonzalez. He had no chance to throw out Ellie. And, of course, that ball was taking him into left. So good stuff there again for York covering the bag, obviously. And, again, Gonzalez quick thinking on the fly to get the shore outs, or the close out, not as sure, but definitely got him there. Sal Stewart at the plate, 1 for 4 with the home run, struck out twice. Here's the pitch, that is inside, ball 1. Still check out. Appreciate you, Triple G. Thank you very much. I don't really do many videos, but it's mostly live streams, but I do appreciate it. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in the dirt. Oh, the ball gets away. And both runners will be in scoring position. Breaking ball landed well in front of home plate. Rogers need to make a choice. No, I agree. You think Batch could be QB? No, I don't think so. You were 9th grade? Oh, wow. Yep. I'm the last of the millennials. 2-0 count. Soto sets. Still set. Kicks and deals. And it's going to be inside ball 3. He was taking all the way. Sal's been killing it. He has. He's had a great start to the year. And, of course, again, you know, only one hit tonight, but it was a solo shot home run. Here's the 3-0 taken all the way. Ball 4. Not really a serious pitch there. 4-pitch walk. And this is not looking good for Soto, as that's going to bring up Eugenio Suarez with the bases loaded. 2 outs. Again, this game not over. Suarez, of course, known for his powers, definitely struggled to begin the season. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Does have a home run, of course. Soto delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Slider there, kind of fooling him. Homer makes 8-7 now. 0-1 count. Soto delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. 0-2, and the Reds are down to their last strike. Pittsburgh plays tomorrow Eastern Time, 12:40 Eastern. 0-2 counts. Soto sets, kicks, and deals. That is going to be low for ball 1. Tying run in the hole. Yep. It is definitely a... How's it going, Rhino? Good to see you, man. What's cooking? Well, the Reds right now in the bottom of the 9th. We'll see as Soto sets and fires. Called strike 3 right down the middle. He struck him out. Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates win 8-3. As again, the offense looked really great today. Home runs again by Ryan O'Hearn, Brian Reynolds, and of course 2 by O'Neal Cruz. Man, oh man, come on, finish. We got him. Man, good to see the Pirates get back in the win column. So the Pirates 2-3, the Reds fall to 3-2. And of course, again, the series decider tomorrow. Again, 12:40 Eastern Time. I will be live tomorrow. So make sure, again, to tune back in, whether you can listen in at work or listening in around the house while you do, I don't know, house things, you know, clean the dish, wash the dishes, sweep the floor, I don't know. A lot of different ways you can listen and also do things around the house or at work. Raise the Jolly Roger. We needed it. Go raise it. Appreciate you again, Chris. Again, emojis in the chat, of course, for members. Congrats, Doc, on the win. Thank you, CB. Again, we'll be back tomorrow night. So thank you guys so much. We might hit 500. We'll see. Again, obviously the Reds fans don't want to hear that type of nonsense. I totally understand. But the Pirates, it would be nice to open up at home and be at 500. It would be great. And thank you very much, Rising Rider, for tuning in. Make sure, folks, before you go, to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, it just tells YouTube that, hey, you know, this guy's not too bad. Might need to promote this guy a little bit more whenever he's covering some games, you know, for baseball. Again, football, I think we already have kind of got the algorithm on our side there for sure. But everything else is still up in the air. So thank you guys so much. Again, it is free to sub. It is free to subscribe. Don't think of it as like an actual subscription. I know everything costs. But no, not this channel, not stuff on YouTube. It is free to subscribe. Think of it more as a follow, like on, again, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Great call. Thank you, Pit Dad. Thank you again for the $2 super chat. That was really nice. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel and keeps it going. GG, appreciate you, Triple G. Thank you very much. You're new. I'll be back. Appreciate you, D. Appreciate you, Big D. And thank you, Bill, for tuning in. Thank you, Rhino. Delay loves covering NASCAR. Rhino throwing out fake news, misinformation in the chat. Oh, man. But I appreciate you guys again. Thank you very much, CB. Trisk, again, thank you for tuning in. I know you're very busy as always. Being a teacher. Rising Rhino, a teacher. But let me go ahead and get our exits. Again, not really much else to say. I'm sure, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, you'll probably head over to North Shore 9. Again, they're okay. I like their graphics, but they don't really... they just say the obvious. So that's why, I don't know, I cannot watch a baseball show for every single game. Like maybe once a week or so. Anyway, again, I'll be back tomorrow. So 12:40 Eastern Time, the Pirates take on the Reds. Where that game wins the series. But of course, it's a long season ahead. So whoever wins, don't get big-headed. As it looks like it's always good to see some baseball players helping out with the grounds crew. That's great. But anyway, again, if you want some more action, stay on. I'll try to send you elsewhere. I don't know who's really on. But again, like and sub. I will catch you guys tomorrow. That's about 16 hours from now. Pirates Reds Game 3. Pirates going for 500. The Reds looking to stay above 500. Catch you guys later. Good night and take care. Peace.
Swinging Pirates play bold, Steel City pride in the black and gold. Dodgers dash and Giants climb, Padres bring fire every time. Rockies rise in mountain air, D-back strike will meet them there. Under the stadium lights.